all the players are taking their time these days. But anyway, we'll wait for them. So just wait for everyone to turn up and we'll get going. Everybody. Here was. Okie dokie. So everyone's really loud. I don't know what's going on with my settings. First time I rebooted, I didn't have any working sound. Now I've rebooted, and everyone's like 400% louder than they usually are. Yep, I'm dropping everything down. Like me, for instance. Moi.
One that my director would be screaming from the back of the auditorium, "Speak up! I can't hear you!"
What's really annoying for me is I've got sound control on the dial, so I can go up and down, instantaneously.
Yes.
It's no point in Discord fighting it, you know what I mean? Just set it to whatever Discord, and if you say I'm too loud, I've got a knob here I turn.
Indeed, really. Right, well, we'll get going, but I'm sure Bert will join us imminently. Let's see if I've got anything working.
It's not like we don't know what he's going to do anyway.
You didn't have to have the bridge collapse on you, so I'll play the sound effect because we missed out on that one.
And you feel hard.
Because we were clever and thought a bridge that hasn't been used for 20 years made of rope won't support us all.
And yeah,
I'm sure Joseph would have got across it just freaking fine.
Absolutely fine. So when we left last time, I believe the situation. Oh, I get to add the players back to the combat tracker. When we left last time, you defeated everything, and yeah. So basically, just to recap from last time, you sort of confronted someone you think was Lucretia. She promptly disappeared, and you haven't found her yet. You then figured you found stairs up to the level of the castle, fort you're on now, and then Rannick ran all the way back and told the others to set fire and create a diversion. Then ran back and
fire to create a diversion, then go back in and close the secret door. I'm guessing they didn't.
They didn't, no. But anyway, we won't worry about that. So yeah, so the fight finishes here, and can I have some notice checks from everyone, please? As it quietens down inside the fort where you are.
Oh, the bennies are different.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Do you like them?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I shall. Yep. You improved bennies. I'll show you all the different options. I was up to 1.5 this morning doing this.
They're better bennies.
So obviously you got the Psyche, because the official bennies look very nice, I'm sure, in real life, but they just don't work at 40 bits.
They look garbage on the tabletop.
So we did some different ones. So basically, obviously for Rise of the Runelords, it has to be the Psyhedron bennies, doesn't it? But then there's the Dragon bennies.
No.
Or the Haunt bennies.
Or
the Trap bennies. And then the one that the standard Savage Worlds one doesn't look too good. If I find a better icon, I'll probably change it. But and the Pathfinder logo as well. Well, the Pathfinder P anyway. But for today, we're using the Psyhedron bennies. So there we go.
Well, now we all have a visual on what this tattoo that everybody's got actually looks like. Oh, that's nice.
Hey, and basically that means we've all got 3 Psyhedron amulets. So every time we use one, we get a benny, right?
You can only activate it once per day.
Yeah, but there are 3 of them.
Well, yes, if you want to count Benny's Sihedron amulets, I have no problem with that at all. Evil grin.
Not.
Let's not do that then.
Obviously, I'm only joking and just trying to. I know how to make players not do something, even if it's a good idea. I can just make them worry. My all-time favourite is when you tell players, "Yeah, everything's okay." At least it seems to be.
You want to open the door? Are you sure?
Okay, Rannick made a notice check. Jelsa made a notice check. Arena and Dondra didn't, and Bert's basically sorting something out that we'll worry about soon enough. Obviously, you haven't opened up all the rooms, and I better check that I didn't forget anyone. Yep. It sounds like obviously the fort's sort of locked up, secure, but there are obviously sounds are emanating from outside. It sounds like you can hear what sounds like sort of you thought you heard like it sounds like the clash. It sounds like there's fighting going on outside, but
it is outside from where Rannick is.
Yeah, you know that plan you told them. I don't think they listened to you.
Oh, I told them to set fire to building and then back off into caves.
And hide.
I bet it's that veil. I will run in the direction of the noise to heroically stop me from dying.
Well, from where you are, you probably can see the main entrance.
Is that the main entrance there?
It is indeed.
Then I will run towards it, and I'm going to. If the doors open outwards, I would like to do an Aragorn on the doors, please.
What? Break your toe?
No, that was kicking a helmet. On the doors, he pushes both of them open dramatically.
Okay. And I'm going to follow the big half orc because he always just, takes off and gets himself in trouble when we can't see him.
You need some adult supervision.
First things first. Where was everybody? Because this is. Were you about there?
I was closer to Bert.
Have a banana.
Okay, then I can lock the token.
About 4 rounds of boost straight still left to go.
Oh, probably accidentally lost all those. So actually, I'll tell you what. For that reason, I'll be nice. Because I've taken off your boost traits, I'll be nice and I'll assume I'll ignore the fact that it would in real life take you some time to get down to the doors, but we'll get you to there.
Oh.
And okay, let's see what happens. Johnny Krieg goes first. Okay, Johnny Krieg attack Shaylu. With an ogre. Hitting with a raise.
Betsy. That's not good.
Doing damage of. Oh, actually, it's a new session, so I will be quite nice and causing 2 wounds on her. So she'll attempt to make a soak roll and fail. She'll attempt to make another soak roll with her bennies and fail. And she'll save the last Benny. Hey, that's fine.
Well, it has been sent.
Arena. The sound of combat seems to have died out from outside. All you can hear is laughter. Ogre laughter.
Oh, that's not good. Are the doors that Rannick and crew have been heading towards the doors to the outside?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I shall head in that direction then.
Well, sorry, I thought you were already there. So I shall pop you all.
I just vanished.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of interest, Kev, since we'll be going outside of the castle, but it's a built-up area, now that we're going outside, will that count as urban?
Oh, no. Rannick disappeared. No, we all disappeared.
Urban is a town, not a... I'm going to look up the definition of urban in a dictionary in a minute. Okay, I'll position you accordingly like so, and you can start moving down. So from here, you can see a pool of smoke rising up just the other side of the wall. Oh. And bodies of ogres everywhere.
Oh.
A bunch of amateurs.
And Jakardos is down. Vale looks down.
You hear a voice going, right, put them in the pot, I will. She'll taste good. Anyway, Arena, over to you.
I'm trying to find myself on this map. I know I must be on it somewhere.
I'm not seeing any of us.
View... Sync club view? Does that help?
Well, I can't see the tokens.
No. I can see Vale, Tamaron. That looks
Shalu
like Shaken.
and Jolly, Mintruck. We can see the ogres and we can see the allies. We can't see ourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I've gone and done, don't you?
Nope, no clue.
What's that thing you're not supposed to do when you're taking tokens from one map to another?
Just drag them?
Yes, you have to take them from the combat tracker, don't you? Otherwise, it breaks everything.
Oh, there I am.
Struth.
Okay, am I on another level to them, at like a higher level?
No, it's just it's just the way the map is. I've opened the door for the that's the door out as far as I'm concerned.
I see. Oh, I see.
Alright,
So I'm
so
underneath
you'd be on
that.
the roof.
Yes.
Right.
Right. Okay. This is starting to make sense now. I get it. Right. Wonderful.
Since you like to go source material, Kev,
Yes.
I've just copied out the favoured terrains chart from the Pathfinder SRD.
I swear, Tavis is working towards getting anthills declared as an urban environment.
Buildings are urban.
Urban means related to a city. So a castle is not a city, therefore it is not urban. A castle in a city would be urban, but a castle is not urban.
Yeah, but inside the building is.
Nah. Sorry. Until you get Clint to turn around and say your GM is wrong. No.
Travis?
Yeah?
Stop being a pain in the backside player.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so there's dead ogres everywhere and lots of smoke, and you can see the cookhouse opposite here.
Oh, I'm not sure where.
Dead ogres.
I keep causing console errors every time I draw arrows.
Because there appears to be a wall between us and them. So what is this wall?
No, we're inside the building. He's merely
You're
put
inside
you on
the
the roof of the
building.
building.
Oh, we haven't got out yet.
You haven't left. You haven't walked out the door. As simple as that.
Oh, okay. So we haven't seen that all these allies are done.
Officially, no. At the moment, you can see lots of ogre corpses. Okay. Okay. Right. Arena gets to there. What she notices as she looks around is ogre 14. Let's see what ogre 14. There's an ogre standing here, looking a bit concerned, and you can see veils down there and a pool of blood. Oh, very, very quiet. Is anybody out there?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, she can see Jackaros as well. Fortunately, none of them are bleeding out. I think we've lost Arena.
We might have done. Let me shout to her. Sorry, Kay and I need to go and do parenting. Rafe has just thrown a tantrum and broken his computer.
Okay.
Give us a sec.
Joseph, over to you then.
Okay, then Joseph's gonna go running out because the elf is the only one with less sense than the half-orc. I'm gonna have to do a run roll. So I've got a pace of 9. Puts me up with her. I can see Ogre 14.
Yeah.
Um,
There's
all
quite a
right,
few.
all right.
There's quite a few arrow-strewn ogres scattered around this courtyard.
And 14's injured but on his feet.
14's sort of just 14's injured and on his feet. He's clutching at an arrow wound. He hasn't spotted you lot yet. Actually, let's see if he does.
I'm gonna Benny it.
No, hasn't spotted you. Which means that's 2 becomes a 6 and hits.
So, did I hit or no? Or do I need to roll again?
No, no.
I'm sorry, I'm missing this.
I'm trying to remember if I never remember the right way around to do this. Let's see if this works. Star knife thrown. Yeah. Okay, so that becomes you got a 6, or you can take your hit with a raise if you want. If you want to, you've got a hit, or you can have the hit with a raise that I just rolled when I was testing that you had the drop if you want.
I'll take the hit with the raise. I spent a Benny.
Well, yeah, I know. It was just whether you wanted to do it or not. Roll for damage.
Did that add the raise damage?
It didn't have the drop damage. I'm not sure why, and it didn't have the raise damage. I do know why.
But I couldn't have rolled lower for damage if I freaking tried.
I did the drop damage. She just rolled 2.
Okay, so that was a hit with a raise.
Kay's trying to get back on, and if you've got the drop, you get your extra D6 for sneak attack as well.
So roll your damage again with your sneak attack.
Okay, so I get to add an extra D6, right?
Yeah, so yeah. And you also get, it's more like it. That's better. Okay, well that's the end of Ogre 14. Is he literally just
as I embed my star knife in his skull.
Indeed.
Don't let me forget to get that back.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Wonderful. I don't know what went on, but what I was saying when I came out was, as everything seems to be dead, I'll come out and have a look round and see what happened. At which point, all my technology failed, and then my son threw himself across the room. So I've no idea what's happened.
Okay, so you I put you and Manic on hold, so that's okay. But you walk around the corner, and what you saw was as you sort of advance around the corner. First thing you notice is Vale's lying unconscious in a large pool of blood there. Jackaros is lying in a large pool of blood there, and you can hear some ogres saying unpleasant things about elf flesh somewhere over there that you can't but you can't hear and see anything. You then suddenly notice there was a bleeding ogre standing over here, and before he had a chance to react, or you had a chance to react, Jelsa basically embedded a star knife forcefully in his head from range, and he fell over.
Because I was worried that you were going to run out there and get yourself killed, because you do that sometimes.
I don't remember getting myself killed in the past, but
many arrow-strewn ogre corpses litter the courtyard.
Okay. Thank you for the update. Let me know when it's me again.
Well, it's technically you and Rannick whenever you want, because I put you on hold.
Oh, okay. Well, didn't I already use my movement, or is this a new round?
You did use your movement, but if you wanted to perform an action, I would put you on hold. But to be honest, now Jelsa's killed the ogre, there's probably not a lot for you to do, if we're honest. Unless you want to do any prep. Unless you want to do any prep work, as it were.
I'll just cast bark skin on myself. That seems sensible.
It does indeed, doesn't it? let's move the counter back to yourself, just to make my life easier for counter purposes. I'll take you off hold, as it were. Yep, so you cast Bark Skin upon yourself. It's Dondrad's go, unless Rannick wants to interrupt.
Wait for Dondrad.
Okay, down to Dondrad.
Right, Dondrad has to run to the courtyard.
Well, I'll start you in the doorway, because technically that's where you are for ease, so you can move 9 inches from there.
It's stuck on. I'm on the door. Oh, well, it won't let me.
I
move.
know that
Right,
feeling.
Right.
Let's
So
try that. Did that work? You might, yeah. 5 gets you to there. Aha! 5 gets you. I'll do your 5 inches first, so you can clear line of sight. So you run up next to a reader. From where your position. Well, you can see what you can see. It looks like everybody. Basically, the one heck of a fight's been going on out here, and two ogres seem to be pouring into the unconscious elf in the distance, and Vale and Jackaros are down.
So I've run to there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start shouting abuse at at one of the orcs. I want them to come and attack me, not anybody else.
Okie dokie. Well, which one do you want?
And then I will have a chance to heal them later.
Johnny Krieg or Mintuck Krieg? Those are not.
Well, we don't
No
have
relation.
We're rolling it unskilled anyway, so it might just be something.
Yeah, failed.
It's something rude and dwarf that nobody understands.
Indeed. That brings us to Rannick.
So I'll run out as well. I think is a sensible thing to do.
Let me just, in all fairness, just position you there. You got 12 inches of movement from there.
Actually, I might not need to run in that case if that gets me around the corner. So if that gets me around the corner, I'm not going to run because I'll have seen everything going on there.
Yep.
And I will shout out, "You were only supposed to burn the bloody barn down!"
Look, it has to be said, there's an impressive number of charred ogre corpses in the remains of the new barracks. I did record the whole fight.
And then I'll get my bow out and take a shot at one of those ogres that is berating.
Mm-hmm.
Who shall we go for? Let's go for Minktuck, because Jolly sounds like he might be a nice fella. No,
he's the cook. He's the cook preparing to remove some of the best cuts from Shaylee.
Yeah, isn't he cooking people?
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's vulnerable as well. That's good. That's a hit then.
We know from the Grawl form they.
Yeah, he must have done a wild attack last round.
That'll do.
Yeah. We'll try again. There we go.
It's you. That's 2 pennies gone up. I'm happy with that.
Yep. You fire your arrow, and he just the arrow looks like it's flying true, but then he bends down to pick something up. He sees the arrow smacking the wall, gets up and goes, "What was that?" Bert, I haven't heard speak yet.
Okay, Bert is going to run.
Let me position you in the same. Yeah, it's fairly. There you go. You can run. 6 will get you there. 6 will get you. Yeah, it's about there. So you might be able to see anything without needing to run. But as I say, the ogre corpses everywhere. One hell of a fight.
And I will attempt to heal Vale.
Okay, go for it. Okay, that is okay. So a heal automatically removes incapacitated, and that will heal 1 wound, won't it?
I believe so, yes.
So Vale basically regains consciousness. He's not actually. Okay, and that brings us to Mintuck Krieg, who I need to put Jackaros and Shaylu on hold because they're not dead because they all failed their don't die rolls, but they're not in a good way. Okay, so Mintuck Grieg is very annoyed to notice that someone just fired an arrow at him. So he basically goes, he steps over here, scoops the javelin out, pulls the javelin out of Jackaros's unconscious body, advances a bit further, which would have been so 2 to there, 3, 4, 5, gets him to 5. 5 would be 7 inches total, so we'll get him to there, and he lobs the javelin he's just picked up. Bert retrieved, yeah. At Bert going, "Oi! Or put him down, he stays down!" And the javelin hurtles towards Bert, which narrowly avoids doing any damage, but it probably does score Bert's clothing. Second round. Vale is prone, but he recovers from being shaken. He turns. He sees Jackaros and Shaylu are down. He starts wailing loudly. Gets himself up for 2 inches of movement, and then picks up his battle axes off the ground and charges. So you'll get 9 whole inches minus the 2 wounds. Will be a grand total of 7 inches he can run. So that's enough. He literally barrels by, limping badly, and basically makes a frenzied attack on Jolly Krieg. 13 and a 9. Okay, so damage roll for the first one. Oh dear. Damage roll for the second one's looking a little better. Jolly Krieg is going to take 2 wounds. No, he's fine. He did run last round, so there wouldn't be a penalty on the soak roll, so that would be an 8. But he has taken a wound, so that would be a 7. So yeah, he takes a second wound. He growls out in pain as Vale is almost basically insane with rage, but almost not actually berserking, but almost berserking. And it seems because Shaylu's down, and then a hand axe swings in at Jolly Krieg, doing a hit with a raise. My God, he was quite phenomenal until he went down. It has to be said. But unharmed. Okay, Dondrad.
Don run. Gets him to there.
Mm-hmm. Right next to the ogre that's advancing towards Bert.
Yeah, I thought I'd pin him down. And then what I'll do is I'll heal Sharu and Jaros. Yes. So
but not Vale.
Well, yeah, Vale as well, because he probably needs it. I don't think he's entirely up, is he?
No. There you go.
Yeah, you better watch out. Somebody might unveil him.
Oh!
I'm going to cancel the run bonus. So they all heal.
More terrible puns. I might have some
wound.
PowerPoint.
That's a healing of 1 wound on each of them. Shaylu and Jackaros are no longer incapacitated. They are prone. But
Bert's going to whip out his bow and shoot at Mintuck.
go for it. Mintuck is an unfortunate brute who lost most of his lower jaw in a fight many years ago, apparently. There you go. Okay, so you shoot him with your bow, you hit with a race, you shake him. Unless you want to re-roll the damage.
I think I'm going to Benny that damage once.
Be my guest.
Barg, never mind. Okay, I'll take the shake. And I'll say, it's not the size of the weapon, it's the skill of the user.
I like it. Okay. Ms. Jelsa.
Well, I can't see what's going on because of all this, but I just lost a star knife in this ogre's skull, and I'm going to go over and collect my star knife and get a look
Okey-dokey.
at what's going on.
Yep, you wander over there, and that's when you can see everything that's going on.
But I'm not going to care because I'm going to dig my star knife. I got those from Desna. Excuse me. Those are sacred.
Indeed. Okay. No problem.
And that would be my turn.
Okay. I think he unsure, I'm afraid, but okay. The ogre hook comes swinging down towards Dondrad. Hitting. Cut it, well, potentially causing incredibly largely unpleasantly painful amounts of damage to Dondrad as well.
Incredibly largely unpleasant. No, I can't work that out.
I'll take a wound.
Okey-dokey. Core rules. I need to remind myself how rending works. Nope, that's it's in the GM's guide, isn't it? Rending. GM's guide. Special abilities. Rending is rending attack. Okay. Failure cause. Okay. I thought it was that. I just wanted to check. Yep. You. Okay. So you soak one of the wounds, but you take a wound and you are bleeding.
Bleed now.
Not bleeding out, just bleeding. It winds me up when it does that.
It's all right. We don't have time to bleed.
Yeah, I should type rending. That'll do. I'll know what that means. Okie dokie. What else can he do? He's quite a nasty piece of work. I forgot to give him his edge. Oh well. Yeah, that's fine. He'll do that. Okay, Jolly Krieg. Recovers from being shaken. Let's see what he's got. I do believe he's the he's got tiny hands and feet and grotesquely oversized head and rear end. He looks almost like a bulbous gourd. Okay, he's also got everything. Interesting. He's also got the fighter edge, which means he has martial flexibility. I'm not going to worry too much about that. It's a real pain, that one, when you can't. I need a nice little cheat sheet of edges and effects I can just dump on people in fights. It makes life easier. Instead, I'm going to do a frenzied attack with an ogre hook on Vale. This is what went wrong last time for Vale. Okay, like I say, I'm sure I saw a hit. Why is it showing a miss? But of course, he hit once and missed once. Yay! That ogre hook comes down and causes a wound upon Vale, who's in a better place than he was before, and basically parries the blow with all of his remaining strength. Rannick.
Rannick will move forward there next to Bert and turn to Bert and say, as he switches from his bow to his spear, say, I don't know, Bert, there's something to be said for a good long length. And stab Krieg from there.
Double entendres left, right, and centre.
Especially centre, that's the best.
And I'll Benny that since I got one for the joke. Oh well, never mind. That'll do.
Okay, I can't spell. I'm just going to cheat and give both block. It makes life easier for me because it doesn't take much to work it out. Okay, Arena.
Gonna see what I can see if I
He's
get that
not a
far.
bard, he's a ranger rogue. Someone's asking, do you always play the bard?
No, he just is one in real life. He can't help it.
Okay, the cookhouse.
Yeah, I can't actually see underneath there.
No, the open air. Well, yeah, it's because it's a building, isn't it? The open air structure contains several large racks for storing smoked meat. The ogres don't seem to take good care of the place. Everything is a jumbled, broken ruin. Several dead bodies lie haphazardly on the damaged smokers, slowly and inefficiently curing as the fires smoulder. The smell is disturbingly favourful, seeing as the bodies are humanoid, as in human or elf or dwarf or no.
I was
or
looking
halfling.
for the cook. Is the cook there?
No. He's up. He's up selecting the best cuts out of the elf.
Ew.
All the way.
TMI.
Yeah. We just put her down and wants to eat her now.
Enough with the double entendres.
I'm not rising to that one.
Well, good. Otherwise, they'd be a bit of a pervert.
Okay.
Right. Well, I've moved my 6. Outside of the ones that are over. Oh God, I'm useless at making arrows in the direction of Rannick and beyond from where I am. Are there any other ogres around?
Upright or lying down?
Upright,
No.
or at least breathing. No.
Well, I mean, there are some that are probably, if you examine them, would recover if someone healed them. But yeah, there was about 20 odd ogres out here. It was quite a spectacular fight.
Well, I guess I'll do if I pass any that look like they might get back up. I'll make sure they don't.
Indeed, yes. I did
I'll
actually
do.
record it. I made it episode 6.5. I actually decided the fairest way to do this was to actually run the fight. So I literally ran the fight, and it looked like they were going to win, and then it all went horribly wrong. So there we go.
See.
They did take out an awful lot of. They took out. Well, there were 12 ogres in the barracks. There was an ogre at the east gate. There was 4 ogres up in the tower. So what's that? 16, 16, 17. Out of 18 ogres, only 3 were left standing when you got outside. So
That's very good.
They did pretty well then.
They did. A lot of the ogres did burn to death quite horribly. About 6 ogres didn't get out of that building.
At least that bit worked.
Okie dokie. Oh, Arena, you're up next.
I thought. Oh, I see. I've got the first action in the next round as well. Let me just check my inventory. God, I wish I remember where my glasses were. Thought so. Are any of our side looking worse for wear from this fight? Didn't you say somebody got a spear pulled out of them to throw at somebody else?
Oh yeah, I mean, basically the three NPCs are down. Well, I mean, one of them's up now. But Jack Ross and Shaylu are both at -2 wounds at the moment.
And Dondra's has been wounded as well and is bleeding.
Yeah, Dondra. Oh, Dondrad's yes, wounded as well and bleeding. Yeah.
I best roll a running die actually to see what I can actually do. I can move 1 more inch in that case.
Which would get you close enough to heal Dondrad if you wanted to.
Sure.
Or you could just attack the ogre in front of you.
Why is he up?
Yeah.
He's the one who just smashed Dondrad with all his might.
Well, in that case.
Ooh.
Should a wand go against a parry?
It will at point blank range, yes.
Yeah, if you did it before you got there, it would have been it would have not been against parry.
But that's fine. If you did it on the way up, it's a hit. I'll be nice. I'll assume you bolted before you got there. Roll for damage.
Very kind of you, my dear.
Doesn't seem to hurt him.
You don't want to be reaching the ogre before the wander's bolted.
No, indeed. Wow. That was the armor piercing one as well.
It was. I mean, yeah, the ogre does look annoyed, but he doesn't look too happy. But he's not too
Bothered.
Okay, Dodger, do you need to make a vigor check, please?
No, now I'm imagining him speaking like Catherine Tate. Do look bothered.
Yeah, nice, bothered. Okay, that's a wound as you keep bleeding.
Ogre, bothered.
Okay, you do not take a wound from the bleeding this round, but you need to get a raise to stop bleeding.
Or have the wound healed.
What do you wish to do, Mr. Don Dredden? If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Right, sorry, that would explain. Yes, it was just easier to re-roll than to
Yeah, that's fine.
So, decisions. Are they all injured? They are all injured, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean they nearly all died. Primarily because the DM forgot exactly what
we're actually going to
Radic said. But anyway.
we're going to spend my last penny on power
Well, at
points
least he's
rather
honest
than
enough to
save
admit it.
me. And then we're going to cast. We're going to multi-action, and we're going to cast heal on all the NPCs.
All the NPCs? You sure?
Yes. Are they all
All
up?
the allied NPCs.
Yeah.
All allied NPCs, right?
Oh well, I mean, if you really want to heal the ogres, be my guest.
You know what I meant. Yes. So all the allied
yourself as well,
NPCs,
Stunty.
we will heal them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not using the multi-action penalty because
You should probably heal yourself as well.
All allies, not all NPCs.
Right. They heal back everything in a huge burst of positive energy because they've done so well. Gorham's is very pleased with them, so they can all fight again. And then for my second action, I will drink a potion of healing.
Ah.
And I will take no multi-action penalty for it because it's a favoured power, so it makes sense.
Okay, Bert has had enough of this. Bert is going to start by spending to get some more power points, and then Bert becomes a blue dragon.
What? Yeah, what? Did you heal yourself in that healing, Dondred?
No, what I did was I healed everybody else. I healed all the allies, and then I drank a potion of healing. So I gained 1 wound.
Okay, you drank a potion of healing, so you healed your wound.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore you are no
I'm
longer
probably still.
bleeding.
I don't know if I'm still bleeding or not.
Not if you use the magic. If you've magical healing. Okay. So shape change. Blue dragon birth is already. Yeah. I've now got some nice person put every single monster from the Pathfinder bestiary, the Savage Worlds version, as into effects, and I've added them all in.
And then, as my blue dragon, I'm going to slide over just a little bit and shoot a lightning bolt right down that line, hitting the 2 ogres but missing Shailu.
Nice.
As Bert shifts into a dragon next to him, Rannick's just going to turn and look at him and go, "Oh, aye, size isn't everything."
What size blue dragon? Yeah,
they're size 4.
Size 4.
Okay, size 4 means actually I need to do that.
Means everybody near him needs to do an agility check to not get like knocked over.
Yeah.
'Cause if I were GMing, I'm really mean.
Okay, go for it.
Jumps onto the back of the blue dragon, saying, "All right, size isn't everything."
Dragon surfing! Woohoo!
I hope you know how to tame that dragon.
Yeah, actually, I
Okay, so I'm
forgot
gonna
to.
do
I
11
can send
points
it
of
over.
damage
I
to
need to add it
Mintuck.
as a module. It's meant to be a free module added to the rule set, like the new bennies are. Okay, so that's 11 points of damage. I have to look up a blue dragon.
It's 3 dice 6 of electrical damage.
No, but it's a breath weapon, so it can be evaded, can't it?
Breath weapons are targeted with athletics as well, because you can get a raise with them.
Yes.
Oh, they are. Okay. Well,
yeah.
All right.
They did somewhere change. They did somewhere along the lines change it, because at one point it wasn't. Oh, I've seen some typos. There's some interesting character creation there it doesn't like the inches. I thought I'd fix that. I'll have to go through and find them all.
It's a raise.
It is. So you get to add your raise damage to the 3d6, or spend a penny to re-roll it all if you want.
So 12 damage. You know what? I think I will. Oh, hang on. The 6 didn't ace properly. So that would be 16 damage. I'll take that.
Okay, 16 damage. So I get to make agility. I get to make evasion rolls for Jolly Krieg. That didn't appear.
Oh, that was against Mintuck.
Well, it will do both. 16. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
You hit both of them, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I see. Well, we'll do it that. I know what you mean, but okay. So, I think he's evading it. I'm afraid.
Nope. He needed a 15.
Does he?
Doesn't he?
No, evasion is just against the target number of 4, but it's a roll at -2.
Okay, so 16 points of damage is done to Jolly, which we know is 16 points of damage. Okay, so basically Mintuck dives to the side as that bolt of lightning shoots out from Bert the dragon.
He's got to go out of the template.
Well, it's only a 1-inch wide cone, so he just does that, doesn't he?
I thought it was Mintuck that dodged. I was hoping he was going to dodge out of Dondrad's reach, and Dondrad could smack him.
Right, well,
dodge out of your reach and smack him.
It's a 1-inch wide cone, isn't it? So actually, Johnny's there. He's there. So all he has to do is that. He just dives to one side. Okay, so Johnny needs to spend one of his remaining bennies to attempt to soak the damage, and fails. He doesn't. The chef doesn't look too good. He's getting quite annoyed, and then he turns around and goes, "Ooh, dragon steak." And that brings us to Vale, who is quite. Well, he's still frenzied because Shaylee went down. Apparently, if Shaylee gets injured, they lose all common sense and basically fight to death. Protector, which is what I thought. Oh dear, that's bad news. Unfortunately.
See, now I'm a little bit confused because I'm looking at evasion, and it says state that they may be evaded. If an attack does not say it can be evaded, it cannot be.
Yeah, and then if you look under breath weapons, it says they can be evaded.
Does it? Okay. All right. Well, whatever.
I will check, but we had this before, didn't we?
It does say unless otherwise noted, breath attacks may be evaded, so it may just be one of those default. It's being told it can be. Okay.
Yeah. It is one of those sort of. Unfortunately, it is one of those. Designing special abilities.
Yeah.
breath
Page
weapons.
239, all breath weapons may be evaded.
And the bestiary says, unless otherwise noted, breath attacks may be evaded.
There you go. That's two different references for it.
You can't shape change. I'll allow it this time, but you can't shape change into a dragon and then breathe in the same turn.
Mm.
No, it says I can't multi-action.
Shape changing is an action and breathing's an action. Therefore, that's a multi-action.
Oh, I guess it is, isn't it? Okay.
I'll allow it this time. Okay. Vale, however, basically, I'm going to say as Vale starts swinging the battle axe around frenzied, as he raises up the hand axe and Mintuk dives to one side, it knocks him, and basically the hand axe is caught by the lightning bolt, which basically doesn't hurt Vale, but it does give him a nasty shock, and he's therefore not entirely composed. He's himself vulnerable. Jossa, you retrieve.
Does he also now have a poorly balanced mace instead of an axe?
Yes. You retrieve your star knife from the ogre, and there's a dragon in the courtyard. What the way I should do it is, if I can never remember which one it is. That's the one. It's that one. If I do that, that properly resizes you. There you go. That's what I should have done. Just change your space to 2 when you size up. There we go. If you're saying anything, just I can't hear you. Uh-oh. She throws the star knife. Oh, at Krieg. I was going to say at Mintuck Krieg. Yep, no problem at all. That's so that star knife goes flying into the back of Krieg, sort of gets lodged in the armor and the human skulls he's got around his belt. It doesn't seem to do much more than that. Or does it? Okie dokie. Jolly Krieg has recovered from being shaken. He basically, with Vale, he decides that he's going to take advantage of Vale's exposure, and he grins evilly as he makes a frenzied ogre hook attack on the vulnerable Vale. Oh dear. Hitting twice. The first attack causes 3 wounds upon Vale. The second attack causes an additional 2 wounds upon Vale. Vale spends his first Benny. As in the first of the 2. Okay, he soaks all but one of the wounds, and then his final Benny is used in a desperate defense of the second attack, which looks like it might be successful. Yeah. He fighting off being off balance, he desperately parries that second blow. The blood is drawn, and that brings us to Mintuk, who is down here. And okay, he is going to.
Come on.
Mintuck basically doesn't even seem to notice the star knife that bounced off him, and he takes a slight step that way, grabbing his ogre hook in both hands. He spins it in an impressive sweep. Hitting everybody. Doing a wound. How the hell did he manage to hit Vel from over here?
Just don't be targeting him.
Oh, because I rolled. I'll tell you how. Because I rolled the wrong damage. Let's try that again. Okay, I rolled the wrong NPC for damage.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not sure what I've done there. I'm going to.
You rolled to hit again.
I did roll to hit again. I'm going to be nice and take off the second hit. Sorry about that. Heavy has lost the plot. Right, let's try again. Let's try damage. Here we go. Here's the damage. Okay, Irina takes 3 wounds.
Ow.
Dondrad takes a wound. Bert the dragon is shaken. He shook a dragon, for crying out loud. And Rannick is shaken.
Oh, nice. There I am.
I will not soak.
You will take rending damage.
Yes, I will. So what? I stood next to him. on
Okay,
purpose.
Arena soaks one with her Ring of Armor on that. Still just the one. But that's okay. You are. I mean, you are are bleeding, but not bleeding out, and you have taken 2 wounds.
Okay.
Just means next round you might or just bleed into another wound, and then Dondrad is rendered as well, taking a wound, but is shaken, and Rannick is shaken. Laughing, Muntuk basically advances on the gnome, going, "Hello, little lady." Rannick unshakes.
Can't
Don't
believe you.
play at that game, you bastard, says Rannick. And picks up the Frenzy Edge for 5 rounds.
Running out loud. Okay, go for it.
So Rannick will go to there.
Just be glad you can't frenzy when you sweep.
This is true.
Nice. That could have been nasty, yeah.
And then Rannick will attack Minktuk with his
Oh,
first
I forgot
attack.
that.
Well, I'll be attacking Minktuk and Jolly are my intended targets. Are you targeting for me? No. Where's Jolly?
Oh, well, if you want me to. Sorry, I thought you were.
No, sorry. I just saw that Minktuk was already. There we go. I need to add Jolly.
Is that because you targeted him last round, I suspect?
Yes, I think it is. So I need 2 of them. Well, I will re-roll that then.
Most impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's looking a bit better. You hit both of them.
I hit both of them. That'll do. Right, I will. I didn't get a raise, so I can't unleash the power of the spear, but.
And neither of them are vulnerable.
No, but that'll shake Jolly.
You shake Jolly.
I get to add 4 to one of these because I've moved 4 inches with my rhino hide. Well, let's add 4 to the second one, which I didn't actually put on. So that's 16 on Minktuk.
That will be a wound, which he will attempt to soak. And does. So there's no effect on him, and Jolly is shaken.
That'll do. Benny's used.
Indeed, Rooney. New round begins with Bert getting the Joker. Oh, that does mean that Shaylu. Oh no, I think they. No, they did. I don't think they did get them. He's Bert and Jack Ross and Vale also get bennies. There we go. Bert the dragon. I'm going to be evil and leave him there. Then he can hit all of you. But he doesn't know that yet. So anyway, hello Bert. Talking, we can't hear you.
Sorry, Bert is here. So Bert is going to go ahead and just take a swipe here at Mintuck.
Okay, go for it.
I get to ignore 2 points or up to 4 points of size difference. So that would have been a 9, which I believe is a hit.
Oh, you get SWAT, do you? Okay.
So that would be a 9.
Do us a favour. Could you attack again? I'm just curious to see if SWAT actually negates it.
Yes, it
Yes,
does.
it did. Yeah, so I'll give you the SWAT. Just remember to tell me you get the SWAT effect, and I'll add it in for when you.
Okay. So that is a hit. And
Yes, it
let me
is.
see. The claw does. Wow, it only does strength plus d6. Bummer.
Yeah, but your strength should be bigger. You're a dragon.
It's AP2.
Shame you can't actually do those as effects. You have to basically do them manually, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, you're only strength D12 plus 1.
Yeah, it's a shame, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I know. It's terrible, isn't it?
Oh dear.
I'm just going to sit here and blink a lot. I've got a Benny. I'm going to spend my last Benny on him.
Yes, no, that's how you rend.
Indeed.
So basically, Bert just kind of does this upper swing and just knocks him back against all these boulders and rocks over here. And then I'm just going to kind of hop up over here towards Jolly and growl at him. I was going to say
Okey-dokey.
something, but I don't know if he speaks Draconic.
Probably not. They're ogres. Yeah. Okay, that brings us up. Okay, Jelsa, over to yourself. It's quiet today. It's most off-putting.
We keep having a small visitor, so I've been muting each time he's come in to show me his rocks.
That's fine. It's just I'm not used to the gnome being quiet.
When the gnome's quiet, be worried.
Exactly. Look, I mean, literally a sparkly file work first.
Maybe she's still pissed off that her little bag got nicked.
Yeah.
That was funny. Okay, I'm going to have to use a GM Benny to soak that damage. And I do so successfully, but I am running out of bennies.
Good news for us.
Indeed, a Rooney, especially this early in the night. Yes, you did
Yeah,
lose out.
you did.
How does Mintuck only have 2 wounds?
He's been soaking very well.
Well, but I hit him for 4 and he only soaked 1.
He soaked 2,
I think there's an issue with Discord because it cut me off before as well.
A 9 soaks 2 wounds.
Oh, you spent twice. Okay, I didn't see that.
That's
Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I had a conversation earlier, and I kept being cut off from someone.
Yeah, I reckon it's Discord itself then.
Yeah, I think so. Discord's having a bad night. Well, I'm just going to sweep the 3 of you this time. Okay, that's another hit on everybody. Let's see if I can actually roll the damage without rolling the wrong stuff. Okay, Rannick is unharmed. Arena takes a wound. Dondrad takes 2 wounds.
Yeah, I should have put Sanctuary on somebody so to stop him sweeping.
Okay. So
right, I'm going to take the 2. Oh, I've got Benny's in it because we're all jokies. Thank God for that.
Don't forget, you've still got to make your rending rolls as well, so you don't really.
I knew it.
That's just such a weird thing to see. Radek is using Benny's to recover power points. Radek with power points. It's scary.
Finally, I've got PowerPoint like everybody else had.
I know. I think fight is the only class edge that ultimately doesn't get power points.
Barbarian.
And barbarian, yeah.
I'm more in there.
Yeah, everybody else does.
Okay, this fight is proving to be quite. I think you can see how these two ogres survive fighting these the NPCs. Now they're just tough. I'm going to spend one of Arena's bennies on her behalf.
Thank you. Sorry, being distracted by parenting.
Indeed, a Rooney. Okay, we're leaving nobody unshaken. He cannot back off this time. He's getting more and more frustrated because no one's dying. Rannick.
No, sorry, Jelsa, we still can't hear you.
Yeah, Rannick is going to repeat his last twofer, slamming the spear into Mintuck, and then coming round Vale after that to attack Jolly as his second attack.
Mm-hmm.
I need that one.
Okay. Sorry to hear that. Good old Discord. It's been having a bad day. All the bots have been failing, haven't they?
Yeah.
Hey.
Well, I've got a miss, so I can re-roll, so I will. And I think that's a lot better.
Hey, so you hit them both.
And you know what? I am going to release the power of misery.
Making joy. Everybody gets to make a spirit roll. Aren't you lucky? Including the NPCs that are in a bad way.
Including the NPCs. And they'll become vulnerable if they fail.
Vondrad is
Vondrad
right.
makes it, but I don't think he would do that. But...
Oh, he did. Spirit check on Jackaros.
I am
He
quite
makes
pleased
it.
at the minute.
Spirit check on Shailu. Oh, I forgot to undeal him in. They're obviously unconscious. They're healed but unconscious. I'm just going to say it's the easiest option. I forgot they're actually up and in the fight. In fact, maybe the spirit checks actually is enough to wake him up. Bert needs to make a spirit check. Jelson needs to make a spirit check.
Jelsa's done it. Arena needs to make one as well.
Okay. Mintuck makes his spirit check.
Damn you, Mintuck.
Oops, I appear to have accidentally done that more than once. Please ignore anything past the first attempt.
No, I think you just rolled really well.
So
Jolly is the only one who fails and is vulnerable.
Okay, so I just get the raise on Mintuck. I don't know what order these are going to roll in.
So why didn't you just...
So that was on Mintuck, who gets shaken.
Yep. So your second one's going to be the with the raise.
Yeah. Well, they were both with a raise because they both hit the raise.
Sorry, the vulnerable raise I meant.
Oh, that's a point. That raise didn't go on Mintuck, so
because you rolled twice and I forgot to cancel the first attack. That wouldn't have made any difference. Okay,
yeah, so that wouldn't have made any difference. So let me put the raise on, and I moved 4 inches, and it gets the sneak attack on the other guy. So hopefully this will hurt him. Will do.
Oh, he's got a Benny. He's on 3 wounds. I might as well spend his last Benny. Okay, so Jolly Krieg goes down.
So clearly what Rannick did there is he slammed the butt of the spear into Mintuck's foot to give him a push-off to launch himself at Jolly.
Yeah, skewer him like a stuck pig.
Aye.
Okay, Okay, so Arena, I'm afraid you get to make a vigor roll or take a wound.
Oh, lovely.
Which you do fail, I'm afraid.
Well, my next action was going to be to take a healing potion.
Which basically, is it a healing potion or potion of extra healing?
It's a regular potion of healing.
Okay, so net result is you stay on -2 wounds, but you do stop bleeding. Yeah. So you don't have to make any more vigor rolls.
Well, that's something at least. Oops.
That's okay. Don't worry. That was me moving things by mistake. Okay, Vale's going to come charging over here, screaming as he goes. Hitting once Is he? No, he's not a ranger. He's a fighter, I believe. Yeah, he's just a fighter. Okay, I can't. He has used his martial ability in this fight. Therefore, he can't do anything about it now.
We'll look down at Jackaros at his feet, then look over at Vale and say, "Bugger doesn't learn, does he?"
I'm afraid, unfortunately, they will fight to the death if Shadu gets injured. Okay, Dondrad remains shaken and gets to make a vigor roll or basically become incapacitated.
Yes.
Oh, yes! You don't, yeah, you basically, yeah, I mean, you don't take any damage, but unfortunately you didn't get the rate, even though you rolled an 8 because of wounding. But you are bleeding, but you're still conscious. You can move,
Right.
but that's about it.
You still have to make a faith roll to use a wand of healing, don't you? So I'm just going to have to.
You are shaken, so you can't use a wand.
Can't.
That's it.
Can't.
It's an
And
action.
I can't Benny turn shake either.
Indeed.
That's me.
It's indeed. You can
It's all
move,
over.
obviously. It's all but over to Rannick.
But I refuse to retreat.
Rannick will charge into Mintuck again, and this time both blows go into Mintuck. Will you bloody well die?
I forgot your frenzy countdown. Okay, yeah, both hits with the Impaled Thorns.
This is round 4 of Frenzy, I think.
It is, yeah. I believe it is. I just forgot. Okay, so first one does nothing. The second one
should have had a +4 for the Rhino hide. I forgot to put it on, so that's
you only moved 2 inches.
Did I? You're right, I did. So yeah, that wouldn't be there. So yeah, nothing on that. I will Benny it once.
Okay.
Try and shake him at least. Nope.
Yeah.
Okay. At which point Jackaros does absolutely. Jackaros picks himself up and shoots Minta. Those dice, and the net result is a single solitary wound. An arrow, as you basically say that, an arrow whistles just over your head and embeds itself in the chest of the ogre, who bellows in pain.
All right, just stab him there, you bugger.
Go for it. No problems. There you go. I've targeted him for you. Yeah, miss. I suspect I can see a Benny coming here. Oh! Okay, I'm afraid to say, as you come charging up, calling him a big bully, I'm afraid you do in fact pull off a Rannick. And literally, the whole area is unpleasant and everything. You just slide into a pile of mud, lose your balance footing, and before you know it, you're lying face down in the mud, your back exposed.
Can't Mintuck do the cartoon thing and just put his hand out on her forehead so she's running and can't reach?
Next conditions contagious.
Shrug, drop the potion bottle, pull out 2 more, and neck them.
Okie dokie. Yeah, multi-action. You heal yourself completely with 2 more potions.
Thank you. I will.
Bert the dragon.
I'll remove them when I can find them.
Okay. Bert takes flight, lands over here, and takes another swipe at Mintuck.
Okay, I'll target him for you just because I'm there. Just make life easier. Swat away, sir. Swat away. Okay, that's a hit. Roll for damage. I didn't have the sound effects on. But oh well. A wound. A good hit and a wound upon the dragon and the ogre. And down goes Mintuck Krieg. And Carnage is death, and Carnage ends, allowing everyone to pick allowing Jels to pick herself up, so she's no longer vulnerable and prone. And yeah, well done. Dondrad. Dondrad is unshaken, but he does need to make a vigor roll or be incapacitated.
Condrad's down, man down.
Dondrad falls to the ground. However, he looks like he's making a good roll, so yep. I'm not sure what happened there. He must have been targeted somewhere. But Dondrad, is okay. He makes his vigor roll. Dondrad collapses unconscious to the ground, bleeding.
Rannick is going to pour a potion of major healing down Dondrad's throat.
Okay, Dondrad is no longer incapacitated and is on a single wound and is no longer suffering rending damage.
Saying, "Get up, you bugger! Gorham's not finished with her yet."
There we go. Jalu recovers as well, looking very much shaken. It's like, oh, we did win. Her father comes over and makes sure she's okay. Combat is done, yes.
I take it you're rebooting.
No problem. We'll hopefully be speaking to you imminently. Right.
And Rannick's going to turn to Jakaros and say, "Which daft bugger's idea was it to set fire to building and then walk out here instead of closing the door again?"
He says, "Well, we were quite we nearly had them all, and as it proved here, you came along and finished the job for us. I mean, he points out at the sort of dozen or so dead ogres scattered around the area. He goes, so you've cleared the fort, have you? That was fast.
It's a bit. And anyway, nearly only counts with horseshoes and dragon breath."
I'm going to take the cooking meat away from the flames so it stops stinking.
Okie dokie. Yes, indeed. Congratulations, you have cleared the courtyard and one floor of the fort.
There's a bastard lamia in there somewhere. We haven't gone upstairs because we heard you lot dying out here.
He goes, well, thank you for that. We'll tend. Obviously, actually, Shaylu does have a healing, magical healing, which I don't think she needs because everyone's healed. Oh, Vale. But she will attempt to heal Vale. And Jakaros says, if it's we'll come with you if you want, or we'll just make sure no ogres come back and we'll man the walls. It's your call.
You should keep ogres, just in case they've got patrols out. Keep them all out. Yeah, Stunty, who's Droskar when he's at home?
Droskar's the dwarven god of toil who betrayed Torak, and that's they renamed the mountain after him. But you just said to me when I woke up, you said you're not going to Gorham because you'll never be done, but we don't know what Gorham looks like because he wears a mask.
But I'm assuming basically because, the next step is logically to head back into the castle, so I assume you're going to take a more humanoid form.
Don't know. I mean, Bert could fly us all up on roof. We could see if there's a door in top.
That's true. I've just added you all to the bloody ground floor map again.
Yeah, Bert, are there any doors in on top floor?
I'll go circle around up high and see what I can see.
If you see any ogres through windows, hit me lightning, would you?
It had to be said. This whole, like most of these maps, they're not built with the idea of flying people because it's, you know what I mean.
Lightning bolts through any windows, clear out any ogres that you can from there. That'll be good.
Well, I can safely say this fort doesn't appear to have any Windows box on it at all, which is rather disconcerting.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so there is a watchtower that appears to extend up. So obviously, I know I've just taken you off the map. So if I turn the lighting off on, if I disable the line of sight on this map and reshare it just so you can see it. As you can see, obviously you've got the outer wall, and then you've got the sort of the inner wall, which is the the building there. Then obviously you've got the keep. That seems to be the next floor up, and then you've got the watchtower.
Well, there's got to be a way from the watchtower down into the keep. Surely there's a way. Surely the watchtower's got a window because you can't watch out of it if there's no window.
Well, you stand on top of the watchtower, don't you?
Well, there's got to be a trapdoor up there.
There isn't. There is an ogre at the top of the watchtower, actually. Although when he sees a dragon coming up to him, he yelps in shock, flips open the trapdoor, and jumps down inside before the dragon.
Get away from that trapdoor.
Before any blue dragons can do anything unpleasant to him.
Do you reckon? Should we go up through trapdoor or do we go in front door?
So you could either sort of approach. You could either enter through the top of the tower and work your way down, or you can enter through where you are now, and then I've got to work out, and then you have to find the stairs going up.
Well, tell you what, Dondrad, you're the priest. Would it anger the gods if some of us went in through the trapdoor at the top and some of us went in through front door at bottom?
No, but it might.
No, it does make a slight bit of difference. As long as everybody dies in the end.
Okay.
Although I don't know if I can handle the stairs with my knees.
Which way, up or down?
I've just been. I've got a hole in my arm. I'm having a bad day.
Dear Liza, dear Liza.
Well, then mend it, dear Dondrad.
So, okay, now I've managed to get the ground floor and the second floor maps side by side. Who's going where?
Is it worth having some of us go through the...
Well, it depends if you... Well,
or is that going to really upset the GM?
No. Look, it's quite straightforward. Is at the end of the day, you haven't explored the first floor of the fort.
True.
I don't appear to have those maps.
That's the first floor.
Ah, thank you. I didn't have that.
That's the first floor. Obviously, but so the point I'm trying to make is, if you want to explore this floor while people are in the tower and heading down, then in theory while you guys are running around the ground floor, the people in the tower might be having interesting encounters.
Yeah.
So I would say prudent to be together. So it's really down to whether you want to assault the next floor up and then search the tower later, or if you want to search the tower now and then assault the next floor up.
I think probably we should be going the ground floor because they can't run away. They're in the tower. They've got to come down to us. So just start on the ground floor and work our way up.
I think we find stairs as quick as we can and work our way up because we don't want them sneaking out behind us and butchering that lot again.
At the end of the day, whichever way you go, and I'll just put Bert there for now.
It's Big Bert.
It is Big Bert.
By the way, that snake woman, she couldn't have gone far.
Aye.
She's got to be she's got to be hiding, waiting for us somewhere.
Well, let's find these bloody stairs then.
No, I'm going to clean my suit off first.
Hey! I heard that.
I'm walking in this mucky, bloody yuck. Ugh.
Okay, so right, I'm gonna have to.
You could go clean it in the river. Well, maybe not.
Okay, so I'm actually going to. There's no limit on distance, but I'm going to look the tokens only because I need to give you the room descriptions, and you're all running around like little flies.
I'm not. I've just been standing here trying to get this muck off my suit.
Yeah,
it's totally interfering with the little sparkle glitter that permeates the suit.
So, but lathes, sawhorses, and other tools in this workroom lie in scattered and shattered ruin upon the floor. The walls are smeared with gore and in some places forming messy graffiti. Yeah, so it looks like this was once the workroom, but it looks like the graffiti. Do you speak giant, Bert? No, you don't understand the graffiti.
I'm going to
Cool.
put a bandage on myself the old-fashioned way. Or maybe
Pretty
not, as
sure
the case
stairs
may
were
be.
back this way.
Oh, Rannick will be able to understand it when he reads it later.
Mm. Oh, yes, so I will.
Here we go. Okay, who? So that's.
I don't get it, says Rannick as he walks past it, sees the graffiti on the wall.
Yeah, the second one's a bit strange, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to tell anyone else what it says?
Rannick's he'll stop in the doorway, kind of look at it and go, I don't get it. That makes no sense. And then walk past. And if anyone wants to ask, then he'll explain. But
Yeah,
Aye,
but
go on, spell it
what-
out and I'll explain it to you.
what
You
makes
never
no sense? Right?
You never think me right all over with you, bloody neck. I'm holding you by mega mug and use you as a paintbrush. Ha.
Fair enough. I think that's just. I just think that's
I think he bit
Ogre
someone's
graffiti.
head off and then used the headless corpse as a paintbrush to
as a
write graffiti.
paintbrush.
Nice.
Yes. Well, they were eating them as well, so what'd you expect?
Okay.
So we go at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, so sorry, I didn't catch that. Sorry.
Rannick goes on guard at the bottom of the stairs.
Okie dokie. So that room that back there appears to be some sort of guest quarters. Nothing special about it. If any of these rooms are special, I'm just going to check. Spent ages putting the.
But the room's round about here.
Yeah, there's several rooms and doors down that way as well.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Rannick's guarding there. What's everyone else up to?
Well, Bert's going to kind of do a quick run, pop his head through each of the doors to see what he can see.
I'm an idiot. You came through that room there, Rannick. Those are the doors up.
Oh, we came in
Stairs
through
up.
this one.
You came.
Rannick
You
had
came.
to go away from his keyboard due to
Okay. You
Karen.
came. Basically, I forgot. I forgot. You came into this corridor by the very far northern end. So where Rannick is standing now is where the stairs are to go upstairs. So I'm just going to cancel the move. So Rannick is looking at the stairs up. You did all pass them. I forgot which way around the map went. I apologise.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, I guess we probably ought to just go ahead and go on up.
Yeah.
No,
So-
I don't want to. Bert's going to dart around and toss open every door and just kind of look in, just to see if there's anybody hiding in any of these rooms.
Okay, so I'm gonna. If you really, that's the easiest way to do that. I think is to just disable lighting, disable line of sight. So that gives you the whole layout of the floor, doesn't it? I'm going to unlock tokens because it's.
Let's know. I don't think we get time to search. We just. That's a good plan. Just flip open all the doors to see.
Yeah. So, from your perspective, obviously, what you've got is they're mostly guest rooms. You've got a barracks, but you can see all the beds are. You got a barracks. You've got a dining room. You've got a kitchen. Beyond that, you've got a pantry. These all appear to be guest quarters. That appears to be a library. A long table with benches to either side sits opposite a bookshelf filled with dozens of books, most of which have been torn from the shelves, mangled, and then messily shoved back into place. Then obviously in the corner there you've got a tower. And that's pretty much this floor.
Love to look at the library books, but we just
Okay,
don't have time.
so nobody's hiding. That's what Bert wanted to know.
And Joseph basically just not paying any attention, following along, brushing her suit off.
Okie dokie. So I'm going to
mumbling.
move
I'm
you
worried about that.
onto the,
I'm worried about that snake. Lazy.
moving you onto the next floor map.
She's still got to be in the building.
Aye.
You couldn't
Okay.
have teleported far.
I'm moving you up. You climb the stairs to the floor. I forgot you actually passed the stairs up when you were in the fight, so I completely forgot that. So there we go. We're on to the second floor.
I will creep up to that corner, peer around.
Okay. I'm just going to. So what I need to do is I'm going to just put Jackaros on hold. I'm going to put Shailu on hold. I'm going to put Val on hold because of course they're not here. Okay. Problem solved. Okay, you go to that corner and peer around the corner.
And have a good listen as well.
All seems quiet at the moment.
Then I will take another step so I can see around the corner properly. And I'll turn back to everybody else and just shake my head and shrug. Step over to the double doors and give everybody a quizzical look in a "shall I open this or not" kind of a way.
I was hoping we could pass the door and open the door just behind us. We just passed.
You can go for these doors if you want the double doors.
Okay, well, if Dondrad's going to pantomime going for those doors, I'll then sneak back over and listen at them.
Of Struss.
You don't hear anything.
Nothing in there either.
Nothing in there
better
either.
Open it
No,
up then.
that's not.
Oh no, there
I'll
is
get
something in there.
Okay. So, okay. The walls within this enormous chamber are mounted with dozens of trophy antlers, some taken from stags that must have stood as tall as dire bears. Most of the antlers are draped with bits of rotten flesh, strips of skin, or coils of viscera. To the west, a marble altar has been heaped with the mangled remains of at least half a dozen dead men and women. A crude image of what might be a three-eyed jackal has been painted in blood on the wall above the altar's alcove. There is an ogre up on the. There is an ogre standing up on the altar. He. Sorry. Yeah. He's. He's. I've lost. He stands easily 14 feet in height, and his arms are the size of Bushfen's largest boa constrictors. So there you go.
That sounds big.
Indeed. Also,
Big bugger.
so yeah, I'm just checking what happens. Yeah, okay. He's a very big bugger. Obviously, he's basically probably blood splattered here and there. It appears he's been basically perfecting his masterpieces that hang around the room on bloody hooks. Men with eagle heads sewn onto their bodies, a horse with a woman's face where its own face once drooped, dead men with huge sets of antlers jutting from their bodies, and men with stags' heads and hooves.
Typical ogre fare then.
Indeed. The ogres need to be dealt in, so let's deal them in.
He said ogres.
Yeah,
I
he did.
distinctly heard a plural there.
Well,
Okay.
if there's only one in this room, I'm guessing there's some in the other rooms as well.
Okay, so the 14-foot ogre whirls round in anger as you kick the door. Well, you don't kick the door; you open the door, basically.
Yeah.
Don't you? There might be. I might have an illustration for him. It looks like he's got his own token. No, I've just got his gear. he's got his own token, but they didn't give us an illustration. Basically, he's very annoyed. He just strides across the room straight towards you, Rannick. Using interesting. Did I put that in right? Oh, how annoying. No, I'm afraid. Yeah, he's very angry, and as he strides across the room because you've spoilt everything, and yeah, I think the simple thing to say there is I'm just reading it as a limited free action. Okay, he's just going to rage.
He's a barbarian.
He's a barbarian. So he just runs toward. He strides across the place, moving towards you. He's very, very. I didn't mean to click run. I'll ignore that. He strides across towards you. As he comes, he bellows the most loudest roar he possibly can at you, Rannick. And you are shaken. Unless you want to re-roll your spirit.
I'll take that for now.
Okay. And then, as I say, he raises up a rather large ogre hook, and basically and then frenzy
into the ceiling.
Well, frenzy is multi-action, isn't it? So but he just ignores a multi-action penalty.
Frenzy's 2 fighting dice on the same attack.
Okay, in that case, he improved frenzy attacks you.
Improved frenzy means you can do that on 2 separate actions.
Yeah. So he only I will only do it once because he is a multi-action on that. So he frenziedly attacks you, missing both times, which I think I'm afraid to say. Try again. Fortunately, you're not human, so I don't have to roll the human bane damage. But he does hit you once.
Well, let's see how this goes. Oh.
Basically, potentially lopping your head clean off your shoulders.
Well, I'll try and soak that then, I think. Take that.
Okay.
I think I'll take the 2 wounds. I don't think it's worth my last penny to try and soak more.
And that it was an ogre hook, so you are now rended. You have taken rending damage. And that's pretty much what he does. That brings us to Arena.
Okey-dokey.
So basically, from your perspective, Rannick opens the door. You hear the loudest roar you've ever heard. So your protection power's longer. You hear the loudest roar you've ever heard. Since you entered this fort, at least, possibly with the exception of Bert's roars. And then Rannick literally sort of goes wide-eyed, and then a huge gout of blood splashes out as Rannick is nearly knocked off his feet by a massive blow that he desperately manages to parry, and it's probably that desperate parry that's the only thing that stopped Rannick's head being taken clean off his shoulders.
Well, in that case, I'm going to use my Wand of Minor Healing on Rannick. If I can.
And you just have to move up next to him, touch him, and then you can move back if you want to, so you don't have to move if you don't want to stay anywhere near him.
Trying to work out what trait I need to roll for that. Do I need to roll?
It'll be faith, spellcasting, or smarts if you don't have spellcasting or faith, I should say.
I reckon I did a good enough roll there.
Yep, it was a wand of healing, wasn't it? Not wand of minor healing, so it can only ever heal 1 wound.
Yeah, but what I got.
At least I'm not bleeding.
At least you're no longer bleeding. Yeah, exactly. And then you can now see a 14-foot ogre basically through the doorway. Just
you keep saying about how big he is. What size is he, out of interest?
That's a very good question.
Can I, Tavis, how many rings are you wearing?
2.
2. Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter.
And one of them's a ring of protection.
Really doesn't matter.
He's size 2.
He's size 2. Okay.
Yeah. He's tall. He's not. You know what I mean? He's tall, but he's not
Right.
huge. If that makes sense. Are you staying
Ooh.
there, or do you want to move away?
What about that? Hold on a second. Let me just read something. I'm totally going to reach into my bag of tricks. I forgot I had it. This seems like just the right moment.
Go for it.
I'm trying to remember how to make the randomness.
I should be a table on the link. I should
Yeah,
be a
I've got-
table
yeah,
on the
it's
item.
there.
Yeah.
I reach into my bag of tricks and throw a bat at him. Hang on. Oh no, it's a tan one. No, it's not a grey one. It's a tan one. In which case,
Tell one. You
in that
basically
case, it's a wolf.
you summon a wolf. Yeah.
Summon a wolf.
It looks like a bat, but it's really powerful, so it's kind of like a bat out of hell. It'll be.
But it's a wolf instead.
But it's a wolf.
But it's a wolf instead. NPCs. Wolf. Oh yeah, there's a wolf. There is a wolf. It is going to be added to Arena's card. There are the
I'll
stats.
start back one so the wolf can appear between me and Rannick.
Right, I shared the wrong. You might need to close that one I just shared with you and let me so I can share you the correct wolf.
I've shared. I've closed. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because obviously the one from the combat tracker is actually different from the other one, if that makes sense. So you toss a wolf, what there, or did you mean actually in there?
If I can toss it in there, then I've totally tossed it in there to
Well,
fight.
I'll say it appears there, so it is in a position where it can literally, if you want it to, attack.
Can appear there,
attack
so-
And basically, I'm telling it to guard Rannick.
Protect to guard Rannick. Oh, to guard. Well, yeah. Well, okay. Well, you might as well make its attack roll because it can always attack. It can bite the ogre from here.
Absolutely, I will.
Hang on, sorry, I've done that wrong. I need to do it on the wolf. There you go.
Okie dokie. Combat. Right. That was pants, but never mind.
Never mind.
Might distract him slightly that a wolf just appeared.
It looked impressive. Okay, Dondrad.
Right. Dondrad's doing a shuffle. He's going to end up back in the same square he started with, right?
Yep.
But he's going to multi-action. Now, does the favoured powers apply if you're casting healing via a device? Probably, yeah.
Probably not.
Probably not. Right. Okay. In that case,
because you're not casting it, you're activating a magic item.
yes, I was wondering. Right. Okay, because that's going to. I'm trying to save the PowerPoints. Yeah. Oh, no, he said windy, didn't he? We'll risk it. Let's gamble. It's going to be -3 in a row. So what he'll do is he'll first of all try to heal.
Oh, hang on. Discord's very loud today, isn't it? Sorry about that, guys.
Let's heal Rannick and fails.
You might want to alter sound effect level makes the Discord sound boost. Okay, you tried to heal Rannick and fail. Yes.
Go again and fail again. And then back off.
The only good thing of failing to activate a wand means you don't use a charger.
Yeah.
So effectively, you stepped forward, felt him up a bit, and stepped backwards again.
Yeah, basically I fumbled it because I was injured.
Poking me with that stick.
Let's see, there's wolf there, and there's Rannick between me and the ogre.
Basically, yeah. And a wolf.
Well, basically, I'm going to go on hold and keep an eye out for if any of this sound of this yelling and fighting and attempted murder
Okay.
draw attention.
I should put you on hold. Okay. Well, that's a miss. Oh, it's a critical fail. An ogre steps out of the corners, tries to swing. The flail hacks into the door, leaving him vulnerable. I'm going to turn off the lighting. I'm not sure why it's on. There. The second ogre swings a heavy flail at the wolf. Might not last very long, the wolf, I'm afraid, but I suppose any hit on the wolf is one less hit on Rannick.
Aye.
Yeah, I'm afraid the wolf is yelps in pain as it's hit and phases out of existence as it returns to whichever plane of existence it was summoned from, I'm afraid to say. Good.
I'm thinking here. Yeah, I think I'm going to regain some power points.
Okay. Wink.
And I am going to shape change again.
Okie
This
dokie.
time I'm going to shape change into an ogre.
Well, that's intriguing.
Oops, need to roll first. Dun dun dun.
At least it's something else humanoid. Kind of.
Did I hear right? Did my wolf go poof?
I'm afraid your wolf went boof.
Oh well.
It saved Rannick from going poof.
Yeah, it did save Raddick's life there. So.
Okay, since that's a raise, my strength and vigor both need to be adjusted up 1.
Okay. Well, I can pick ogre with a raise, can't I?
Well, I didn't create ogre with a raise.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, you need to add 1 to the strength, vigor, and toughness.
That's absolutely fine. I don't mind that you did that. I can quite, as you can see, I can quite easily update it there. So you are now an ogre. That's the least offensive, well, not offensive, but the least ugly ogre I could find.
And I will step there to provide Rannick some extra cover type stuff thing.
Well, and you
Okay.
gotta will they know you're an enemy though? You're the ogre.
They will recognize he's not a Krieg, one of the Krieg ogre tribes. So yes, he is enemy still, alas.
There goes my last penny.
Recover from being shaken.
And I'm going to remember really well how to use this spear. I've given myself improved trademark weapon. Hopefully I've put that on the Impaler of Thorns, so if you just put the countdown for 5, I should still
No, I
have
just typed it in and then promptly deleted it.
Sorry.
No, that's not that. I literally typed improved trademark weapon, and then instead of clicking in the window to say you got it, there you go. Go for it.
Right. And I'm going to go for that vulnerable ogre, because I think getting rid of him first is probably a good idea.
You hit the vulnerable ogre.
And I will try and wound him. Gonna do, because I have no bennies.
Okay, you shake him. Okay, a second round of combat begins with. It's not a puppy, it was Glandular.
Hang on, he was vulnerable, wasn't he?
Oh wait, I was still on hold.
2 more points of damage. Probably didn't make a
Well,
difference.
do you wish to go before the new round starts?
That ogre took 14 damage, not 12. He was wounded. He was vulnerable.
No, I think I'll go. I'm because they're all squished in there now, and now I can't tell the friends from the enemy, so I'm gonna watch.
Okay. That's absolutely fine. You're still on hold. Just this time, don't let me forget.
Pushing the mud off me and keeping one eye out because I know if they're screaming and yelling, if there's more here, they're gonna come running.
He's not going to recover from being shaken, so he's just going to stand there. This ogre's going to come down to here and swing a heavy flail into Rannick. Missing.
Oh, good.
But the ogre.
Bert the ogre is going to bring out his accurate ogre hook
Nice.
and attack Jagrath.
Go for it. That's the accurate ogre hook, did he? Nice. That's a hit. Oh no, I've got bending damage to deal with now. Oh, fortunately.
Oh, I think I'm going to Benny that. Oh, I'm out of bennies. Never mind.
Oh, this is good.
D12 plus D10 plus 1. That's quite. This could be a scary fight if you're out of bennies, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry. I really wouldn't worry that you can't see what's going on. As the door to the south gets thrown open.
Jalsa can see what's going on.
Yep.
That's why she's out here. If they come tumbling out, I wanna.
I'm about to. An ogre comes tumbling out of a door. Raises a heavy flail to swing at Dondrad.
And can I interrupt?
You can attempt to interrupt, of course.
What
That
do
would
you
be
need?
an athletics roll-off. Go for it.
Oh no, I'll penny that.
Where are these all coming from?
Okay, are you happy with a 12?
I'm gonna have to be.
Yep, you get to interrupt the ogre.
And then I'm gonna spend the 3 power
Here comes
points
the
so I
TPK,
don't
the
get.
TPK, the TPK.
Wait.
Here comes the TPK. They're in trouble now. Go for it. Okay, selective.
Hell, if she just turns it a little bit, she doesn't have to be selective.
Yeah, I agree.
Save the PowerPoint, you might need it.
Yeah, save the PowerPoint, you might need it. Okay, the sparkly fireworks goes off and hits the ogre. It's a ranged attack, so it isn't versus 6, it's against 4, so that's a hit with a raise. Roll your sparkly fireworks attack
Did
damage.
you add the raise thing, or do I need to?
No, I've done it. I've done it, so when you roll, it should do it. Because I changed it from. Okay, it did it? I told it to.
No.
Oh, you know why? Because I forgot it isn't targeted. 10 points of damage. So that's 7 damage. Taking up to 10 points of damage. That shakes it.
Okay, that's good enough for now.
Okay, the ogre is shaken.
And then I'm gonna duck around here where it can't throw things at me on the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Because these things are brutal.
They are indeed.
It's my turn.
So it's shaken. You interrupted it, so it can't actually act this turn because you shook it after its action started. So the shake means it doesn't get to hit Dondrad. An ogre walks out the corridor and flails Dondrad, hitting, but doesn't hurt Dondrad. Dondrad, from your position, you can see that the doors that Rannick wanted to open, 4 ogres have emerged through them.
Righty-ho.
Nasty dungeon this, because it does say if there's a fight, these people join the fight.
So we want to go for large. Why not? Why we don't go for large? Yeah. So because he's shaking, Dondrad probably get to there, can't he?
I'm just putting a link in that you guys. I can't play because of copyright, but you might want to have a look at because I think it's quite. It did make me smile when it came up at Christmas, and it's also likely. I'm getting the worry that it might be the case now. So you might just want to play that in the background for this fight. It was. It was to the song. It's a tune sung to Jingle Bells, and it's TPK. Oh, Dodgers using conviction.
I'm going to spend 7 power points. I'm going to cast Blind, Selective, Strong on all the ogres.
Okie dokie. Let me start doing the targeting for you, shall I? Because I'm nice like that. Okay, so we'll remove Rannick from your targeting because I don't think you want to blind Rannick. Okay, that is them all targeted.
Right, here we go.
Yeah, if you got conviction, you might want to use it. That's a blind. That's a blind with a raise. Nicely done.
But it's also strong as well, so it's -4 to recover. I think. Oh no, what is that? Is it -4?
This means -2 penalty to all actions, -4 with a raise. No, it's still only -2 to shake off. But it's a trait roll at -4. It's a trait rolls at -4 with a -2 to shake off. There we go.
Because for being strong, so
yeah. There we go.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That's okay.
Ragarath Krieg not vulnerable because he's gone into rage, so he had to wild attack.
I forgot. You're lucky in the fact, from the damage perspective, I forgot to turn it on, didn't I?
No, because it's a wound cap and he did 4 wounds on me anyway.
Well, anyway, he gets to wild attack you now, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, true.
Okay, so let's see. Has he got sweep?
Oh, he's going to hit his mates. Brilliant.
Well, he is berserk, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, he won't. He is going to multi-action. And he is going to attack Rannick. Wildly.
Oh, dear.
Missing.
Oh, that's all right. I like that.
And then with his second action, he's going to attack Rannick wildly.
We can live with that. No, he's not allowed to do that.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, no, he's not.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh, bugger.
I don't believe that's the traditional pantomime response.
Ooh. Oh,
Rannick,
Rannick hasn't got any belly. Rannick goes down.
yeah, Rannick's dead.
Well, he's not necessarily dead.
Oh, look if I've got common bond. Yes.
Rannick is smacked backwards across the thing and goes down. I get to roll on the injury table to see what happened. Rannick has busted guts, battered guts, in fact. As Rannick literally just goes down. I hate it.
He's sitting there against the wall trying to put his intestines back in.
Basically, yeah. Okay, Arena.
I think the bugger got me.
I've seen Rannick go down. I call out, no, Rannick! And then I'm going to come forward here and wild attack the one who did it.
Okay, that is a very large ogre who's grinning evilly.
Yep, like I said, don't think it's a good idea, but I'm doing it.
Okie dokie. Oh, he gets to make he does get to make a vigor roll to see if he's no longer blind. We'll see what happens. I'll let you decide what you want to do. He is on a 1 and a 2. He's still blind. Okay, over to Arena, who wild attacked with a 6. Not sure why that didn't. Oh, because of his block. He's vulnerable. He's got an ogre hook. He's got a block. Yeah. I'm afraid you don't hit him, or rather, you probably do. But yeah, your blows prove ineffective, and the bots have finally found me. Took them longer this week.
That's shocking. He's blind and I wild attack, and he's bigger than me, and I still didn't even manage to hit him.
Well, it's not that you don't manage to hit him. You don't manage to hit him anywhere that's vital. His armor protects him, potentially, doesn't it?
So much so there's no point in even me rolling damage.
Yeah.
Yep. It calls it a miss, but it's not really. Rannick is down. He's not bleeding out, but obviously he can't do anything because he's incapacitated.
Yep.
Okay.
In which case, I'll back off after I've tried to hit him, which should give him a free attack on me anyway.
Crying out loud.
It will give you an attack on him if you back off.
Him attack on me, you mean?
That's what I meant, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's probably better anyway.
We've got a mage in the flank.
Hey, this this could be
So
interesting.
backing off is actually more.
Oh, you jabby so and so! Look at that, double one. Still a wound, but yeah, you back away, but he catches you as you back away. I'm afraid, but my word, that could have been nasty. That could have been very nasty, I'm afraid to say. Okay. Another door opens to the south and another ogre appears.
I hate to say this, guys, but I think we might be, what's the word, screwed?
Fancy Gramps is just frozen on me, so I don't know what the implication is.
That it sees the future and doesn't see the point.
It doesn't want to let you go. Yeah, so I'm just going to cheat. Russell. Yeah. But that's why we're playtesting the horrors of it, I'm afraid. We can always crawl up some nice new party members and you won't be the heroes of Sandpoint, though.
No, true.
Doesn't mean you don't, doesn't mean you don't have to, I know certain characters can't, but somebody you can run away. Live to fight another day.
Stay and die.
I'm over here on the stairs where nobody can see me, really.
Yep, right. Has this recovered yet? Yes, it has. It's opened up.
Hey, aren't the NPC allies downstairs? Can't I run down and get them?
Yeah, it might be a time to do so, mightn't it? Yep.
And if you want,
I didn't realise this floor was going to be as nasty as this. It has to be said. Okay, so Dorella. Missing. Yeah. Finding the notes. I found something. Dorella. Oh, maybe Dorella Crane doesn't. Maybe she does have information. Where is her background? Sorry, guys. Hey, it's Dodgy got nasty. There's not a lot of wild cards in this place.
Yeah, see, the only reason Arena took that damage is because of the rays.
Yes. Yeah, otherwise she'd have got away with it. Okay, there is no background for her. Okay, so she is I know what she's gonna do. Sorry guys. More complicated as they go on. Range of smarts, that might be your only blessing because she won't be that smart. Lost her on the combat tracker. There she is. She has the smarts of D6, which does that. She's moved 4 inches, so she can carry on, step out into the hall, which basically means I can do a 6 that way, which gets everyone except Jelsa, who's out of range. She is going to. It's going to cost 2 power points. 3 power points for selective. 4 power points for strong. Oh, yeah, it's got a range of that. And then, actually, that's interesting. Actually, I misread it. So, 5 inches to there, I can actually do. Ignore what I just said. Ignore what I just said. I just do a medium blast template. It still doesn't get gel, so that's fine. 4 power points, 5 power points, 6 power points. Takes me down to 19 power points as I cast Blind. Critically fails! Oh, you labbit jabby so and so.
After working all that out, backfired.
It backfires, so she takes a point of fatigue. It only costs 1 power point on a critical. On a critical fail, do you have to spend? Do you spend all the power? Do you lose all the power points? I can never remember.
No, it's just one.
Just the one and the backlash. So she just backlash. She backlashes herself and cries out as she gets unfortunately. And then an ogre hook hits Bert.
Hell is that?
For a raise. Doing a wound upon Bert, who has no bennies. You guys are in trouble. Okay, but I think that's all. I think that's the end of the round. New round.
That was just me throwing that away because I used to love George.
Okay.
Bert and Dondred both got jokers.
Got bennies.
Nice, everyone's got bennies. You needed them.
I did no joker.
Oh, Jelsa, don't forget, sorry, before the jokers are dealt, you were on hold. I keep forgetting. Did you say if you want to run it? Well,
actually, I wanted to take an action, and how many rounds will it take me to go get them to come help?
I'm going to say if
I help.
Well, I was going to say is actually you.
Where if they're in the courtyard, just stick your head out of a window and yell.
Well, I was just looking at that. You don't know where the tower is on this floor, but all you need to do is go down a set of stairs. Yeah, you can shut. Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, you reach. Yeah, I'm going to say you can just reach out and shout help.
Okay, can I take an action before I head down the stairs?
Of course you can. You don't even need to head down the stairs. We'll just assume you just shout very loudly, but we're worried about that.
Yeah, and also for a little thing, medium burst template.
Small or medium, did you say? Oh, medium. Yep. Oh gosh, she's havocing.
Please say it's something.
Very sensible move. Make that
Get a
havoc
hold
roll.
of the center of it first. Oh, there we go.
Okay, so.
Well, this would target.
That one. There you go. I think that's all of them.
And it would be selective, of course. And pray that this is one of the better times the dice love me. Well,
okay. That's havoc. So the first thing that happens, you actually catch the sorceress as well on that, because right on the edge. And yes, I might be being just a bit nice. Okay, so first thing that happens is everyone that's been affected by that is distracted. That's the first thing that happens.
It's too late to spend conviction there, huh?
It is, but anyone else might want to start spending in this round, I suspect. I think you guys can pull this off if you're really lucky. So, okay, a strength roll from the sorceress fails. So, do you want to roll that 2d6 for how many inches you're going to blast them all back? 10 inches. Okay, so she's going to get blasted back 10 inches, smacking the wall at the back of the room, taking 5 points of damage, which probably won't do much to her. No, she's fine. Okay, Jackrath Krieg gets to make a strength roll. He actually, the blind doesn't affect him, so he's okay. But the distraction kicks. Hang on. Yes, affected by rage +3, distracted by havoc, but he's not blind, so a 9 is okay. So that brings us to the ogre number 3, who has made a vigor roll by mistake. Let's re-roll that. Should be a strength roll. Okay, he is in trouble. Where is he? There's ogre number 3. He's going to smack into that wall right there, taking 2d4 damage. 10 points of damage. He's already shaken. You wound him as he smacks into the wall. Ogre number 4.
Is that room there in a chapel of some sort?
Yes. Desecrated.
Seriously desecrated.
He's going to smack into the wall down here, taking 2d4 damage. 7, probably not enough to do anything to him. Nope. That brings us to Hookmore Krieg, who has to make a strength roll and fails. So he's going to go flying this way, hitting the wall there, taking 2d4 damage. Taking 12 points of damage as he smacks into that wall, which shakes him. And that brings us to the ogre. This ogre here, doing a 6 minus 2 is successful, so he's staying put. And the other ogre is doing a strength check.
6 minus 3. He's wounded as well as distracted.
Okay, yeah, point taken. He's off then. 7 points of damage won't afflict him. The other ogre is going to go flying the other way. Breaks. That probably shakes him. Yep, he's shaken, and that's my lot. Then you lead out the. Then that basically you lead out the window, do that, cast the spell, and then I get to deal you in for this round.
Then I'm gonna step on the stairs and lean out the window.
Okie dokie. Bert, you get to go first on a joker.
Okay.
And then just like a gnome, throw a blast of glitter and then run like hell undercover.
Indeed.
Okay, I'm going to start with that.
Okie dokie.
I am going to multi-action.
Okay.
I will start with an improved frenzy against Jackrath.
Okie dokie. It's 2 frenzied attacks upon him, basically. Hitting once.
Well, let's see what that does before I decide.
Once.
Yeah.
That's looking impressive. 24 points of damage. That's 3 wounds on the big scary ogre. So I'll have to try and soak that. Which he would get plus blind minus 6, distracted by havoc. I need to add 4 odd, not 6. So that is actually a 7. So he soaks one of the 3 wounds you do upon him.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's bleeding.
And he's bleeding. He's been rendered.
He's been rendered, yep. See if I can program that one in.
Oh, wait a second. I've also got Powerful Blow.
Double the damage.
Yes.
Okay. That means you did. That means you do 3 wounds upon him, because obviously you can't. The wound cap.
Right.
means
Cap, and then save 1.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I will move down here.
Okay.
And I will attack Hookmore Krieg.
Okay, go for it. I think it's still targeting the other one, but that's okay. I shall do that. So you hit once. it's still on the wrong guy, but that's okay. So I'll just target that down there. So you cause a wound upon.
No, we need to double that. That should be 28 points of damage.
28 points of damage, which is full wound.
Again, we got wound capped.
Yeah, indeed. Oh. He soaks 2 of those. I might try again. I doubt I'm going to get better than the first. Yeah, he soaks 2 of those, so he doesn't go down. But that was, 2 amazingly good blows there. Nice.
He's bleeding too.
And he's bleeding too. Rending. Yep.
Okay,
Yes.
and that will be my turn.
Okay. Dondrad.
Dondrad's going to have to be quite careful. Move to there.
Okay. Are you meant to be
That's still
targeting
going to
yourself?
work, is it? Right, here's the thing. If I spend power points for an additional recipient, I've got to be in range of both of them, don't I?
Yes.
Yep.
I can't cast it and then move it and cast it again. No.
Well, you can. That's multi-action, though.
No.
And it will cost more. Depends what you try to do.
Going to be 3. That's going to be 3 actions then.
I mean, to be honest, what you probably really want to do is heal Rannick.
I know, but I wanted to touch Bert.
Well, you can touch Bert from there, and you can heal Rannick at range because you can.
You
do
can
that
channel
with
energy, can't you?
Aye, but I want to touch Bert as well at the same time.
Well, I don't
you
get why you don't need. If you're channeling energy, you don't need to touch anyone.
Well, what I was going to do is I was going to blow 10 power points. I was going to cast channel energy healing into everybody.
Yeah.
And then I was going to cast Sanctuary. I was going to try and cast Sanctuary on Bert, myself, and Rannick.
Well,
that's a multi-action, and Sanctuary is a waste of time because as soon as they attack, it goes away.
Yeah, don't waste your time with Sanctuary.
They might miss their turn on Bert. That's the thing.
I wouldn't worry. Yeah, but that's a multi-action, so now you're healing it. You're now trying to cast 2 spells.
Yeah, just heal.
But it's all right.
But the
thing is, I don't take multi-action penalties because they're both favoured powers.
Oh, in that case, go
it's just the range that's bothering me.
No, from there you reach Bert, so that's not a problem, and you channel energy into everyone, so that's not a problem.
And you can reach Rannick from there as well, I think. But
yeah, because you're within that 1 inch.
Trying to heal Rannick twice would be good because then you can get Rannick up to no wounds.
I just thought that I could make it because there's an awful lot of opponents coming in on Bert, and I could maybe
if you want to, basically where you're standing right now, you can channel energy heal, and then you can then cast Sanctuary on Rannick and Bert. But that's your limit.
Aye, let's see, because you might get lucky. They might all fail their saving throw because they're all distracted and they can't attack them.
Range modifier.
No, it's got the Sanctuary is touch. I think you'll find.
What did you call it?
You could attack Rannick or Bert from there, so that means you can touch them.
Yeah.
Sanctuary is a touch power. It's a Pathfinder specific spell.
Yeah, Shadow of Gorum Sanctuary. Yeah.
So anyway, let's go for the healing first off.
It isn't actually. I remember it from first edition and second edition AD&D, but that's by the by.
Right. So let's go for the healing on Dondrad, Irina, Bert, and Rannick.
Oh dear.
Oh well, that's the end of your actions, though, isn't it? Because no, you backlash. That's fine. Cost you a power point.
So I critically failed whilst using conviction.
Yeah, I've done that. It sucks. It sucks.
Well, now for the record, you declared a multi-action, so you don't have to cast Sanctuary. You can, as your second action, attempt to recast. Spend 1 power point on the failed healing roll and attempt to recast healing again.
Right.
Because you declared the multi-action.
Yeah,
and you have the multi-action penalty because it's still your favoured power.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
you just have the extra minus. You are still at -2 because of the fatigue and the wound.
Yes, let's for the second action, let's try heal.
Hey, that's looking not bad at all, is it? So that's 2 wounds off Rannick. That's 2 wounds off Bert, 2 wounds off Dondrad, 2 wounds off Rannick, and he's no longer incapacitated. He's still shaken, isn't he? Because he didn't heal all your wounds. And 2 wounds off Arena. There we go.
That's unfortunate because I was trying to get Sanction on, because if they'd have failed a spirit check, nobody can attack Bert.
I know, but they're all blind and everything anyway, so we'll see.
I know, but I just try to make it as worse as possible for you.
Okay, the Aurelia Krieg is basically way back here. She's very angry. She is going to step forwards to here, and she targets the dwarf. And what we're going to do, we're just going to hit the dwarf because the dwarf's annoying. Okay, I think we're going to put. Okay, so we're going to say it's 1 power point, 3 power points, 4, 5, 6 power points, 7, 8 power points. Yeah, 8 power points. I'm going to spend 8 power points to hit you, Mr. Dwarf. And she misses. I'll spend a penny on that. Okay, she successfully casts an AP6 extra damage bolt, but basically it misses you. That takes her down to 16 power points. After blowing 8 power points on that failed spell, Rannick is prone.
Right. I will spend a penny to recover from shaken.
Okay.
I will drink one of my potions of minor healing.
Which is an action.
It is, but it's a free action.
Yes, it is. Well, no, it's not a free action. It is an action. It applies a multi-action penalty.
Yeah, it does, but I don't need to roll any dice.
Yeah. I agree. You know what I mean.
I am then going to, as a limited free action, cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Where are you? Hunter's Mark. On myself.
Okay.
Dagger to my feet, saying, "You bugger! That bloody hurt, that did!"
Okay. So
And
that's
try and
2 inches.
ram my spear into Jaggerath Krieg.
2 inches to stand up, obviously. But if you
but I don't need to move.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to use your rhino armor, that extra point of damage.
I'd need to move 4 inches for that.
Oh, fair enough.
I've hit with a raise, but let's not make everybody depressed, because he's vulnerable anyway.
Okay.
Sugar.
Really? Oh, stop that. We're going to have another go. Hang on, I'd best put the raise back on. We're going to have another go at that.
Yep. Go for it. Did you not spend a point of conviction, by the way?
I didn't, no.
Oh, well, that's a wound. Jaggerath Krieg has 1 penny left. He's going to attempt to soak that. He's on 3 wounds. He gets +4 on that because the blind doesn't affect him, which means he got a 6. He soaks the wound.
Bastard.
But that was his last penny.
Okay, well, that will have to do.
It's his turn. He's going to basically grin and go. He's going to grin, frothing. He's going to step out here. And he's going to basically frenzy attack on you again, I'm afraid, Rannick.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting you once. Doing not so much damage as I feared the last time around. A solitary wound. A rending wound, I should point out.
Yeah, a rending wound indeed. Well, I think we will have to make sure I soak this then.
Which you do. So you I don't apply the rending power, and you are fine. That brings us to ogre number 3, who remains shaken. Brings us to ogre number 4, who isn't shaken. Where's ogre number 4? He's going to step forwards and he's going to smack the dwarf. And miss. I'm forgetting their vigor rolls, aren't I? Do their vigor rolls. 3 will fail. I'm just looking at the straightforward dice. Vigor roll 5 will fail. Because it's after the that 6. Oh, 6 succeeds. He's no longer blind. Oh, hang on, it's minus
No,
2.
it'll,
Yeah,
it'll drop it to -2.
That,
okay.
that would be Jagrath Krieg's 4th wound with no bennies left. So he attacks me, I soak it, and he falls over.
Why?
Unless he's got 5 wounds.
He's only taken 3 wounds.
Yeah, he was on 3 wounds when I wounded him, wasn't he? Then he
Yes.
did his vigor roll for bleeding, which means he'll then take a 4th wound.
That vigor roll wasn't for bleeding. That was for the blindness. Let's do his vigor roll for bleeding, which is successful.
Okay.
Point taken. Okay, ogre number 5 has initiative. He's going to step outside, come up to here, and attack Bert.
He didn't get a raise though, so he's still bleeding next round.
He is indeed. Thank you for reminding me.
Uh,
No, I mean it seriously. I don't.
And he should be vulnerable after attacking me as well.
Well, he didn't wild attack again, did he? So there we go.
Right.
It's my mistake because I forget to put on the wild attack.
Yeah.
Okay, ogre number 5 hits Bert, doing not enough damage to damage Bert's
Excellent.
armored ogre hide. The other ogre comes outside, swings a heavy flail at the dwarf, basically causing a large clang, but that's about it. Arena is unshaken.
okay, what would be the negative to casting more than one spell in a turn?
Multi-action penalty.
Yes, that's all. Okay.
Unless you've got favoured powers edge.
I don't believe I do. Right. Let's see. Manage this. Not the same thing, so it'll either work or it won't. That one.
Fails because of the multi-action. Still fails because of the multi-action.
Come on. Okay, fine. I just wave my hands around and nothing happens, so go on to somebody else's turn.
You still got your second spell, don't forget.
There's no point without this one unless I just try this one again.
We try that one again, yeah.
That's bloody ironic. Fine.
What?
Well,
Monster plant illusion. Okay.
I will just have to do with a slightly less dramatic version then.
Okay, so you're creating an illusion.
Yes, and I'm paying the extra power points that it has sound to go with it.
Okay.
The illusion is that. Hope that's popped up in the chat.
It didn't.
Pathfinder chat. The in Discord. Hang on, or is that? Hang on. Let me just try. There we go.
Oh, right, okay, yeah. Right.
And it's going to appear through the doorway in the chapel, and the sound it's going to make is you have defiled the sacred grounds of Azra.
Oh, I like it.
You shall pay.
Okay, so what's your smarts?
My smarts is 8.
Okay, so you can have it appear anywhere in that circle.
I have it appear. Oh, I need a point.
Yeah, it comes crawling out of the altar would be perfect.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
like,
would be
I
perfect,
would
wouldn't it?
like to come out of the altar striding forward saying that.
Okay. Illusionary Archmage. And I looking at that was a really cool image. Let's see if I can find an Elementalis. That's what it is. Yeah, there you go. A Dragonborn. It's not. I know he's not Dragonborn, but that will do. There's a nice
But it's actually
Dragonborn.
supposed to be a vision of that particular god. I looked up the god of nature for.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. I know what you mean, but I'm talking from my token, as it were.
I yeah,
Snap the grid off. So he's going to turn up there. All crackly energy and look all crackly energy and all that. Did you draw that in Hero Forge?
no,
Or did you?
somebody else did that for me. I looked it up and it was already there, and I stole it.
That's absolutely fine. No, I was just curious. Okay, so it comes up there as an illusion. Okay. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. It's got a duration of 5, and so that's an illusion you cast.
And I'm really rather hoping it's going to discombobulate the ogres in the chapel doorway and either side around there. And
Okay, you cast it with just sound, didn't you? And what else did
yeah,
you say?
it's supposed to look incorporeal-ish anyway.
Yeah. No, the
I,
only reason I ask is if if you wanted it to have mobility, you'd
oh
have
yeah,
to
well in that case, I'm happy to pay the extra
if you
points for ability as well. I forgot about that bit. Yes, I'll
yeah,
pay the points for that.
because otherwise it's fixed where you summon it. But with mobility, it can move at a pace of 12
I will.
as long as it doesn't leave the area of effect, which is your smarts range. Okay,
I will.
that's fine.
Yeah, I'll pay for that.
So it can run. It can run through the corridors round all the ogres.
Yeah, accusing them in self-righteous tones.
Okay, sounds good to me. I like it. I like it very much. In fact, I'm going to reward a biddy because I like the initiative of it. Obviously, it doesn't have any real stats there. I've literally created an empty NPC, but made it friendly so you can move it accordingly. Obviously, from next round, you can move it. You can fly around the place as you want to with a pace of 12. Okay, Hookmore Krieg is no longer shaken. He is basically let's have a look at Hookmore Krieg. What is he? He is a fighter. So I think, and he's already got trademark weapon. I think I'm best going to basically upgrade that to improved trademark weapon as his edge. So that will give him a fighting of +1 and an extra parry of +1, won't it?
Yeah.
He's only ever going to use the so that's going to be what he activates as his martial ability, and he swings his ogre hook at Bert, missing because he is distracted from the havoc, and he isn't blind, but it's the havoc distraction there. Okay, that brings us down to Gelsus. Sparkle tips.
I had Jill step around the corner here. She was going to come help heal him, and she sees all this.
Yep. Next round, what I'm going to do is let's just see what happens if I do it now, just for speed and ease. 8.
I can get them all. It's not staying still for it. There we go. Oh, I'm spending a point of conviction.
Okay, do that first. I'm not sure about that conviction token. I'm happier with the. I'm happier that it's a Pathfinder one. I'm going to leave that one, but I think it works.
No, I need to. Let's see.
That's the actual fighting the red dragon from the cover of the book.
Him,
Another one snuck in.
and her. Now I'm spending a total of 4 power points because I'm spending the lingering damage.
Okay. Lingering damage. That's nice.
And with
Hit
a
with
raise.
race. Hit with race on all of them. Go for it.
Dragrath Creek should be targeted there as well.
Yeah, I because he was right in my line of fire, so I thought I had targeted him.
It's that fun and it's that little quirk of Fantasy Grounds in the fact that you can't target anyone
Under the
underneath
word, yeah.
under the word. Anyway, it's as well. I will find Jagraf Krieg and change that parry down to a 4. Okay, you should now be able to damage him as well on your targeting.
Now, okay.
Let's have. Yeah, he was targeted until I untargeted him. Okay, so Dorella Krieg, you did 9 points of damage to her, which doesn't hurt her. But obviously there is still lingering damage next round. Okay, so lingering damage is going to be 4d4 on all of these next round. So I'm just going to put it on there now to remind us next round that it happens on them. Okay, so that one didn't happen. That one takes lingering damage next round. You incapacitated ogre number 4 apparently, so down goes ogre number 4.
How many more? Do I have them all, or do I need to roll another?
Ogre number 6 is incapacitated. Ogre number 5 has still needs that extra damage on ogre number 5. Roll again, please. Ogre
But
number
they still
5
get
is
the lingering
unaffected.
damage, right?
Yep, and I think that's ogre number 5's hit with lingering damage for next round. And ogre number 3's been hit with lingering damage. Dorella Krieg's up. I think the only one left. Let me just get rid of all the pointers. Let me clear all targeting just for ease. I'll go to Jagraf. Jagraf, you need to roll damage for Jagraf. That's a very good point. Yes, thank you. 8 points of damage on Jagraf won't do a lot, I'm afraid.
Well,
That didn't get the raise damage.
I'm going to be smart and I'm going to duck back down the stairs.
11 still doesn't. But he still takes lingering damage. He still takes the lingering damage next round. Okay, you back down the stairs. Good move. Okay, that was Trixie Joster's move. That means I'll let you end your turn there. Especially as you guys have got conviction now, so I don't do anything. Okay, Ogre remains shaken. He does still get a vigor roll to see if he can fight off the blindness, which he fails. Ogre number 2 remains shaken. He will get a vigor roll to fight off the blindness, which he does. So he's now at trait -2. Get rid of it next round. Is that a new round? Yeah, combatants are on hold. Obviously, the NPCs are running. They may well reach you next round. In the meantime, Bert. Oh no, that was last round.
All those little hot sparks from the fireworks are down inside their armor now, causing lingering damage.
Indeed. Dawn of Dread is up next.
God, I'm burning bennies and PowerPoints. Yeah, target everybody, and I think nobody's injured at the moment, so we'll cast deflection on them all.
Okay, and yourself.
Harder,
that's 4 viable targets. That's 4 viable targets. For your PowerPoint cost. Because obviously Jelsa's out. You can't see Jelsa, so you can't cast it on her.
Yeah, okay, so 6 PowerPoint. So yeah. Everybody targeted. Yes, targeted correctly. So it's just going to be. They're going to be melee attacks, so it's going to be fighting -2, isn't it?
It's your choice, because you didn't get the raise yet.
Keep those ogre hooks off.
So basically, you bless your colleagues. That brings us to Dorella, who is going to spend another 8 power points to smack you again, Dondrad. Oh, that was a 6 until it rolled over. So I'm going to spend a Benny to try and smack you again. Cost spending 8 power points. That's a hit with a raise, I'm afraid to say. So that bolt is going to do 3d6 damage. I'll put the AP on afterwards. AP 6. But it was a raise actually, so it should do the extra damage.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay, so against your tough, what's your armor? Because your armor is armor 5. So actually, it's against toughness 5. So that's 2 wounds because it literally just slices through your armor. Because it basically ignores your armor.
Should have
So
Benny it. Should have Benny it.
2 wounds as your basically this
it's
bolt
about-
just. Literally
Oh,
goes
he fails the roll.
He goes, fails the roll. Dondred takes 2 wounds as his armor is hit by magic as if it isn't there. But it did cost her 8 power points to do that. Well, 16 power points to actually hit Dondred once. She now gets a vigor roll to try and get rid of the blind. Which is
That's a raise.
That's a raise, so she is
That's
she's
instant
down on the
cured.
blind, instantly cured. She then takes 44 damage because she is I'm just going to roll
Burning
it.
sparkles.
The burning sparkles. I'm just going to basically roll them twice and then add them together. So it's only 6 points of damage, lingering damage. So the lingering damage ends without affecting her because she has a toughness of 10. That brings us to Irina.
I've just noticed that you've not put the number of charges on my Wand of Shocking Grasp.
Sure it did once, but anyway. Yeah, Wand of Shocking Grasp, 11 charges.
Not on the combat tab.
No, it won't show it on the combat. Oh, yes, because we worked out we could do it as ammo, didn't we?
Yes.
Oh, we couldn't because it's a touch one, so you can't put ammo on. Touch.
Oh, okay. I remember you saying that now. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. We can.
Well,
what we can do is 11 charges like that, though, can't we?
we
There
can.
we go.
Okay.
Or charges.
So this guy is going to move forward, and
Up to 12 inches.
then he's going to move down here. But as he travels through that guy,
Yes.
I'm going to time it to him going through that guy. I'm
Yes.
going to use my Wand of Shocking Grasp at the moment he goes through, so it appears.
Nice. He's shocking him. Go for it. I like it.
Yeah.
I am going to make. I like that. Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'll try the bunny.
That's better. You got the raise. Yeah, got the raise. You hit him with a raise. Roll that damage on the Wand of Shocking Grasp. Okay, so you shake him as you go by. He yelps out in shock and pain.
Did the vehicle just attack the boss?
And then I am going to have them all make spirit checks. Jaguar Krieg fails, so he's already vulnerable. So I'm going to basically say he's distracted by this. Hookmore actually didn't see that actually, so I'm afraid he's out of the line of sight. But Ogre number 5. He'll make a spirit check. He is do you want to make him distracted or vulnerable? I'm going to treat it like you're basically able to do a test on him. So do you want him distracted or vulnerable?
Which one is it?
Ogre number 5. That's the ogre underneath where the guy is now. There.
Ah, that one. Has he gone yet this round?
Not yet. So you probably want him distracted then, don't you?
Yeah, distracted.
Okay, he's distracted, and then ogre number 3 will make a spirit check. He hasn't gone yet either, so I'm going to assume you're going to distract him as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Just because you pulled off the damage, it makes the illusion a lot more, and they're like panicking a bit, so they're a bit concerned. Ogre number 3 remains shaken because of the fear put into him by everything. Ogre number 5.
He's got hot sparks in his armor.
Ogre number 3 did have hot sparks in his armor. Thank you for reminding me that. I'll just roll 2d4 twice and then add all the damage together. So that is 27 points of damage on Ogre number 3. I don't think he's surviving that. Yeah, 4 wounds instantly. He literally cooks from the inside out. Ogre number 5. He is distracted. He's not shaken. He is going to attempt to swing a heavy flail at Bert, failing miserably, and then taking 11 points of lingering damage, which will probably be enough to shake him again. Ogre.
Lingering damage is nice.
Ogre remains shaken because of wounds. Yep. Ogre number 2 is no longer shaken and advances back out this way. And that's about it from him. Jagreth is going to remain shaken. He has no bennies left.
And lingering damage.
He's got lingering damage. I am going to spend my last Benny of the day to remove the shaken, and then I'm going to multi-action. I'm going to attack Rannick and attack Arena.
How rude.
Okay, so Rannick is okay. However, I'm afraid, Arena, you basically get a nasty back hit. Neither of you are humans, fortunately, so I don't have to roll the versus human bane damage, which is even nastier, believe it or not. AP 5. Okay.
Well, hopefully all my magical protection will help me.
And it's the next die up.
Yes, indeed. However, I have just killed Irina.
That's just mean.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, you're not going to die. You're not going to die. You made your video. You're absolutely fine. Look at that. You're down and out and incapacitated, but you did actually survive the hit. So you are down.
Well, unfortunately, that means that the illusion will vanish.
It will indeed.
Does he take his lingering damage?
Also, all of any powers you've got on anyone else goes, but I don't think you've got any on them, does it? He now takes his lingering damage, yes. He takes his lingering damage, which will be nothing. 6 points of damage on him, I'm afraid to say. Okay, that brings us to Hookmore Creek. God, these guys are horrifying, aren't they? Has he got Frenzy? He's got Frenzy. A frenzied Ogre Hook attack on Bert. Hitting, I think. That's a hit with a raise. Doing how much damage on Bert? Enough to wound Bert, I'm afraid to say.
Oh no.
It's a rending attack as well.
That's horrendous.
Bert soaks it though, so he is not affected by the rending. He was not affected by the lingering damage, so that moves us on to Gels the Sparkle Tips.
And I'm here, yelling for them, hurry, 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 and I come around the corner and I see and Irina's down.
Yep. Actually, fortunately, from your point of view, because of time, I'm going to have to end it there, which means you will get your pennies back next week. Sorry, you need them.
I have 3 pennies anyway, and I've still got my conviction left this round.
Yes, you do. And if you want to spend a penny to keep your conviction going, you need to spend it now.
But it will still be running at the beginning of next week.
But it will still be running at the beginning of next week that way. Yep. So you spend a penny to keep your conviction going.
And I'm going to be, as I'm running, pulling out of my pouch a healing potion and dribbling it down Irina's lips.
Okay. So Irina is no longer incapacitated and is prone, but is only on 2 wounds.
And then I'm going to hide again.
Okay.
No
problem. And that brings us to Rannick.
Rannick is going to look at Jagger and say, "Hitting me's one thing, but you do not hit a lady!" And he's going to wild attack and multi-action.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Yep.
we're going to put a hit into Jagrath.
Oh, sod it. I'll be nice.
That's very kind of you. Thank you.
I did like the role-playing bit. I was going to be mean and give you that after you after you ended your turn, so you lost your conviction. But I decided that was cruel.
We'll go with that. A hit with the raise on Jagrath.
Yeah.
Oof.
Lots of dice, but quite low. You shake him. Now, the question I want to ask is, do you want to spend that penny to reshape the damage or to maintain your conviction?
I'm using it to redo the damage.
Okay.
I don't blame you.
Go for it.
Come on. 6.
Hey, that's more like it.
The 5.
4 wounds! 4 wounds, and I have no bennies left. There is nothing I can do about that, and he's on 3 wounds anyway, so even if he was unstoppable...
I think that's a flying head, that is.
Yeah, he's not dead, he's bleeding out. He's down, but bleeding out.
He's I did do a multi-action, and unfortunately I don't have a Benny left, because I was going to ask if I could spend a Benny to use intimidation on a group of ogres rather than a single one. Because I now want to tear his head off and hold it up and yell, "And this is going to happen to the rest of you! Bugger off, the lot of you!" Intimidation roll.
Yeah, well, who do you want to do it on? Ogre number 2 is probably the most logical one.
Probably because I can't see the other one that seems to be a leadery type, so it's going to have to be ogre number 2, yeah.
I think it's the most realistic because he's the one who's advancing towards you right now, as it were, isn't it? Okay, you do you want him distracted or vulnerable? As well as shaken.
Make him vulnerable.
Okay, it's targeted the wrong one, but I can do that myself. That would be ogre number 2 is vulnerable and shaken, as you just terrify him. And that last but no means least comes to Bert, who's targeted quite a lot of people there. Is that deliberate?
Unfortunately, Bert has no bennies to maintain his conviction.
But he still gets to use it for this round, so make the most of it.
So I am going to frenzy against Hookmaw again.
Okie dokie. Yeah, go for it. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, you unfortunately because you had everyone targeted, so I cleared the targeting by mistake. I apologize.
Oh, okay. So
I'll put
2
it back
hits
on for
with
you now.
raises.
2 hits with raises. Go for it. Bookmore has 1 whole Benny left, so I don't think he's. If you roll really well here, he'll be in trouble. 1 wound on him. Do you want to do the second one? He soaks the first one. 2 wounds on him, so you take him out. Buy him a nice little drink, you know. He's Hookmore with that swinging blow as we'll end today and mid-fight, alas, but with this brutal fight still ongoing, Bert dispatches one of the bigger looking ogres, and we shall leave it there. Oh my word. This is quite brutal, but you're surviving, and I am actually keeping track of how long it'll take the good guys to get there. You might not actually need them, especially as you've lived long enough to get bennies back. So I think you might be okay next week.
Oh, and before we go, I want to spend my bennies to get my power back.
Be my guest. You're the only one with bennies left, so go for it. So
yeah, and I haven't, and I'm the only one who hasn't taken any damage yet, and I'm going to try to keep it that way.
That's because you're the sensible one who just says, I'm going to stay away from the guys who hit very, very hard.
Yeah, well, you know, if I can throw things at them and not have to get close to them, that's always a better plan.
Very
and the
much so.
one time I did go running in and try to stab one of them, I slipped in the mud, so I ain't doing that again.
So yeah, this is just one huge brutal slaughterfest. That has to be said. It's really nasty in the fact that it's like you trigger a whole floor of bad guys the second you start a fight, which is unfortunate. But there we go.
I can't. I'm running out of ways to debuff them.
Well, a
Yeah,
lot of,
Just
yeah.
up those rolls.
I was
Well,
trying to distract them.
I mean, to be honest, actually, I mean, this is the fight. This is the upper floor, and once you clear them out, I do believe you do get your yeah. Basically, as you could probably hope, clearing out this place will get you your 9th advance, so you will be buffed up by the end of this. But anyway, hope you
Yeah,
enjoyed
this
that.
is.
It's a bit of a slog, fight fest. This section, but then Pathfinder is unfortunately. You have to
I'm
role
gonna
play
go
very
watch.
well.
I'm gonna go watch the stream. Watch you sitting on the edge of your seat as you were trying to kill us.
I did actually. If I did deliberately did tell you lot, and you may or may not have watched it. I did actually record. I did actually record the whole fight between the NPCs. I called it episode 6.5. So
Cool.
there we go. So if you want to see how it ended up the way it did, by all means do so. It's not very intriguing. It's not the most scintillating, but it's just me on my own. You guys just make it so much more watchable. But thanks very much, guys. And yeah, so yeah, same time next week to finish this fight off, and then hopefully I think you then get. But basically after that, it actually starts giving you options. It's less railroady, and you get choices and opportunities to do some bit more role playing, and a bit less and slashing depending on your choices. So we'll see what happens then as we continue Rise of the Runelords. Thank you very much.